Evening wise spirit comes, sun goes down when the summer's done, frozen earth awakens her rime-hearted Mother Earth.
All right, welcome everyone. We had with those hiccups, that was fine. It was because I was in Roll20 twice. So it was sending twice, and one was hitting my headphones a little bit off from the other. Episode 7, if I'm right. We've been going 2 months now, and yeah. So I guess I'll give a bit of a recap. Nina, you weren't here, and I know we've gone over it a little bit just before we started, but. Where we left off, you were investigating in the very outskirts of 10 towns, the very last one to the north, Cairn, and investigating some thievery that's been going on, a lot of missing stuff, and managed to follow some tracks out into the wilderness, heading in the direction that you guys were hoping or planning to travel in any case, north west towards Kelvin's Cairn. And followed the tracks a short distance, and then you lost them for a bit, and then found where the tracks vanished, and two large a set of ogre tracks picked up, and you could it looked like an ogre pulling a sled. So I thought, okay, well, this guy's got an ogre pulling his sled, and he's probably sitting on it, I think was what you surmised. And then you followed that as far as you could. You lost it for a bit and then had to search for the trail because it became rocky rather than snowy. And you're in the foothills of Kelvin's Cairn. And if I pan out on our map, that's in. You came to this narrow ravine leading up to these massive doors and an outpost, desolate stone outpost. You managed to get in there. You approached unchallenged, and it wasn't until I think two of you were right up at the front doors that you challenged called out, and then the crossbow bolts started coming in, and it was on. Sharpie went through the cistern, through the tunnel, and came up in darkness, and was sitting there fighting off grey dwarfs, which is a grey dwarf outpost. Eventually, Jokos got the doors open and everyone started piling in, and it turned into a big fight as Invisible and ogre-sized dwarves. They were able to turn themselves invisible and enlarge their size. People were dropping like flies, and it was, what did you call it, Ash? Whack-a-mole? Healing whack-a-mole or something?
Oh, yeah,
Health bar whack-a-mole, yeah. And I think it got a bit desperate, and everyone was starting to back away to the entrance, ready to do a runner. But this tide sort of turned about 2/3 in, and as soon as they lost a couple of their number, you started to get concentrated fire, and you were having people return, and they weren't. So they were lacking a cleric. Or healing capability. You defeated them all and captured the leader, Nildar, I think his name was, if we look in the chat, Nildar Sunblight, son of Zardarok Sunblight, and in his pride, you didn't really have to wrangle it out of him. He explained to you that the demise of 10 towns is near, in his little evil monologue, and his father is building a dragon using the living heart of a red dragon as its power source, and this dragon is made of this deep purple stone, this sort of ice, black ice, dark ice. Chardalin is the substance, and it can be found throughout 10 towns. People find it as a curiosity. But it's also the same substance that those the cult of Levistus had as their holy symbol. I don't know if you can see on the map here.
I'm still on the previous map.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the-
So you're still here, and we did a. Oh, it wasn't really that you explored your way through and fought your way through. All the fighting happened at the entrance, and people, the enemies throughout the cavern, throughout the complex, all ran to join their comrades in the fight. So they started trickling in one by one, and every couple of rounds, you'd have a couple more join in. I see Big Chook was down the back there with Nina, and Nina's now brought the what's it called? Axe beak. Sharpie's axe beak up to the top. And at this stage, yeah. Yeah, so
I actually deleted my icon, so I actually can't see anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay, all right. So I can do that while we talk. But
Thank you.
what it might be worthwhile is there anything specific that you wanted to ask around catching up around
Yeah,
last session?
I have one of the La Vista's next places. What do we know about that one again?
Kind of ice demon lord.
No, not La Vista's, the actual necklace. How, like, I know that if you wear it, you get charmed by it.
Yep.
And this is the same material as the dragon.
Yeah, you were warned. You were warned not to keep this on your person.
Oh, not to wear it or not to keep it on my person.
Not to wear it is
Yeah.
Okay.
the thing for the necklace.
Okay. Okay. Just looked out for the axe beak.
But yes.
Good job, guys.
So Nina's all chipper, full of health. Okay, just saving changes for you. You can see. Let's see. Just fixing up your icon.
While you're doing that,
Yeah.
does anybody need healing?
The medics arrived.
the other medic. Everyone's good on healing?
Sharpie is pretty badly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a healing word, Sharpie. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Let's do something.
I can see it now.
Better than being.
Okay, great.
You can see now?
Yes, thank
Cool.
you.
So I might throw over to you. Oh, the other thing is you found a letter, which sort of led on to another potential problem that one of the other 10 towns has got. Let's see, I posted that in the chat, didn't I?
Yeah.
There we
You'll
go.
find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven. From this new base, the search for Shardolin continues. Long may our father reign over this dark land.
Happy days. And this was titled to his brother, so Dearth presumably is the brother of Nildar and also a son of Zydarok. Sunblight. Oh, Nina, one thing you missed is in these cages here, if you can see, we're just adjacent to the door. Hanging on the wall there's a dog sled, one of those snowmobiles, 2 goats, and now the rotting corpse of a zombie ogre. So they were using a zombie ogre to pull their cart along. And the indications was that because it's a zombie, it's not really affected by cold, so they can let it stand out in the snow and wait for them as a sort of getaway car.
Do we know if the goats are snow goats?
Snow goats. They are mountain goats, regular goats native to this area, but kept as beasts of burden, or farm animals.
Not for sledding?
No.
Okay.
There was 2 goats. Apparently, was one of the stolen goods from the town. Konig.
Sharpie's basically the process of getting that sled out and redoing all the leather harness to hook it up to Big Chook.
That's right. Yep, I remember that. So you've now got a sled, which it's a bit makeshift, so it's not going to be much quicker than your own walking speed in any case. But you can something to sit on if you don't want to sit on Big Chook, and it can carry stuff. And you've got quite a bit. I think some sets of armour and some picks and things. It's all in the chat as well.
Yeah, I put it in party journal as well.
One thing I didn't mention last week, but Nildar has a ring which would radiate magic. I know that you cast detect magic, but I missed it when I was describing everything. And there was a potion as well, which I don't think you had identified or anything like that.
Yeah, I believe you called it a potion of healing.
Oh, did I? Just gave it away. There you go. So I had a sip and
Yes.
something happened. Okay, so you know what that is, but not this ring.
Can anyone identify this ring?
No.
Silence.
Guess we're just keeping it on us.
Okay.
I'll put that in party chat too.
Yeah, the last magic item that you found, which I think was the amulet of health or something that you found on the beast from the water adventure. If you keep the item on your person, unlike this holy symbol that Nina's avoiding, but if you keep it on your person, wear it, muck around with it, after an hour or so, generally you can figure out what its properties are. The downside of doing that rather than identify is if it's cursed or something like that, then you're sort of exposing yourself to whatever it does. But it's how you figured out. That's how you figured out what the last item was. What's the intent from here?
Take all this crap and our prisoner back to town?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that bringing him with us up the mountain is a good idea.
We need him as a prisoner. We have to bring him back to town. Then we have
That's
to
right, yeah.
create the legend as well.
Okay. All right. So, are you heading straight out or resting?
You guys,
or-
want to rest here?
Not particularly. I mean, I don't know how far away the rest of the Duergar are, but I really don't want to be here.
It's almost nightfall, isn't it not?
Yeah, you've walked through. When I say, it's almost nightfall, but that's right. There was about an hour or so to go as you were coming up the ravine.
So this fortress is a headquarters for the dwarves, but then the dwarves have found a new headquarters according to the party, according to the letter.
No, the letter is saying that there's another dwarven group which has infiltrated one of the other 10 towns and is hiding out in the ferry at East Haven. This
we're
place,
just sitting ducks here.
This place is like a forward base that they were launching exploratory missions into 10 towns. Looking for loot, stuff they could trade, and in particular Chardelin.
Are we able to maybe sabotage the base before we leave so that they can't use it? Like, is this a ramp that Sharpie is standing on?
Yeah, it's like a trapdoor with a mechanism.
When we leave, can we not destroy it so that they have a harder time going back into the base, and then we can try and not catch them at the base. We can just try and run away now. Is that a good idea?
No one objects, Nina.
Okay. Are you guys okay? Everyone's really tired from the battle.
They're a bit shell-shocked.
Depends. I mean, are we leaving now, or we won't rest?
Well, it depends on what time. What time is it? Can we still travel
Not
to
really.
town?
Not really. You might get just under an hour before it gets to complete darkness.
Yeah, so I guess we have to stay here then.
Yeah, we just have to overnight it.
Yeah.
Can we ask the prisoner if they're expecting anyone to come in by tomorrow morning?
He's gone silent after his monologue. He's not answering you. You can try and do use one of your your unique skills.
Wait, the zombie's still alive?
No, you've got the prince. You've got the son of Zardarok.
Ah, okay. Okay, guys. Let me help you get some answers.
Okay.
So Nina's gonna confidently strut up to the cage. She's gonna flick her hair, and she's gonna obviously cast Charm Person on this guy, on the prince, with a Wisdom save of 13.
Ooh, okay. Let's get a save out of this dude. Where are you, Nildar? There you are. Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. And if I'm doing advantage or disadvantage, do you guys know on D&D Beyond how to do that?
Yes.
Shift is advantage, control is disadvantage.
Ah,
Yep.
Nice one. Cool. Learn something. Why is it rolling double? Okay, so 7 and 11. So he fails it, and he goes all coy and looks at you like Dopey from Snow White.
What's his name again? Nildar.
Nildar, yeah.
Nildar. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Good to see
Okay.
you alive. We have a few questions, if you don't mind answering, and maybe we can.
Anything
can
for
heal
one
up.
like you.
Flick my hair again. Very nice. She'll talk in Dwarven just to help him along.
Oh, even better.
She does know Dwarven.
All right.
She wants to ask him, are you expecting any more friends, any more Dwarven friends, or any friends in particular coming to this castle or this headquarters anytime?
Not in the coming days. It's a lonely time being part of this advanced expeditions.
Understand. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. We do know that you have a base in, is it East Haven? What's
East Haven.
what can you tell us about that?
I don't know. I do have a note from my brother, and apparently he's there, and hopefully he's got some more of the good gear.
He seems to be a man of influence. How many brothers do you have? How many people are over in East Haven, do you think?
It's just the two of us. East Haven's a pretty big town, so he should be cleaning up a fair bit. I've been just looking at dregs of the hovels at Caer Konig and Caer Dineval.
Oh, so he's just there by himself then. Poor guy.
I know he'll have some pals, no doubt. Don't know for sure, but much like me, one of our princes of our stature have attendants.
Nina wants to turn back to the group. Is there any other questions you guys want to ask him that I can ask him for you?
Maybe about this black chaos glass, because we know absolutely nothing about it. Like where they're getting it from, how close this dragon is.
Nina will pull out her Levistus necklace. She'll show it to Nilda. And she'll be like, "Friend, I think you recognize this. This is
Good work. You found some.
yeah. Where would we find more of this?"
Well, people mine it. That people stumble across it. This is ancient Netherese stuff. This stuff. They used to make their castles and their towers out of it. Apparently,
Why? What's
back in the
what's
old
the
days,
properties of it? What's so special about this that you can't find in like steel?
it changes your mind.
Ah,
But it's stronger than steel. But it's easier to work with.
how does it change your mind?
Well, you get a bit cross. You have your ups and downs.
What, you just get moody? You just PMSing?
Yeah,
What?
moody. You get moody with an axe.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what we need to collect to build the dragon of that dragon,
Oh
right?
yeah, this dragon is going to be cross.
Very nice. How far along's that dragon until completion?
Yeah, pretty much. They've got loads of it, tons of it.
So it's finished. The dragon's finished.
Well, I don't get. I've been quite some time here, so I don't know how far, but we're still collecting more of the stuff. And there's the mines. We get plenty brought in from the cackling chasm.
And Nina's gonna point in the direction of the Dawn Valley. Is that where the mines are?
No, the knoll mines.
Where's that?
They mine
Friend.
it. They mine it for us, and every now and then we get a load and trade. They give us charter in, and we give them whatever it is the cackling idiots want.
Do we know where the Knoll mines are?
Out of so
Out
DM
of
hat,
character?
yeah, you have no idea. This is the first time you've heard of the cackling chasm.
Oh, let us help you mine some more. Let's head toward that direction. Which way is it?
Oh, you can go and visit them, but they're a dangerous lot, highly unpredictable.
Oh, don't worry, friend.
They worship the god of massacre.
How do you spell that?
Ye Nagu.
Inagu?
Yeah,
Ghoul? Inagu? The Knoll god?
yeah, that's it. Ye Nagu.
Not as good as La Vistus, right? Ha 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 ha.
Yes, not as good as Lavistus.
But he didn't tell me the direction.
No.
What direction is it? Where would I find this? Mine.
You've got it's now your map in this game is far better than what you've actually got, but you do have a bit of a scratch pad of a map. So what I could do is shuffle us back to that and show you where it is on the map. It'll take a little while to resolve.
I feel I'm talking a lot, guys. If anybody wants to butt in with a question, please help.
We've already asked a lot of ours, but you will get a booming voice in your mind. Ask him what the ring is.
Yes, okay. So you guys already know this information.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have a bard with them to question him with charm person.
Plus, none of us could speak Dwarvish.
Doesn't Ash knowledge?
Yeah, I can read
Yeah.
before. That's how we read the letter, I think.
Yeah.
Click.
You
Get a lot of languages.
managed to get a fair bit out of him, but just this line of questioning is a little bit different. So
Very good.
yeah. Okay, so you can see the cackling chasm.
Where is it on the map? Sorry. Okay, yep. South. Oh wow, it's past East Haven. Oh wow, it's a lot past East Haven.
Yeah. If I scroll in a little, I'm just going to get rid of some of these tokens. We don't need so many on the map. But yeah, if I scroll in, jump to the right. Oh yeah, here we are. So you're off at Cairn here. You've just walked up to the foothills. You've actually gone a little bit further than this. You're probably about here at the base of Kelvin's Cairn. But yeah, Cairn de Naval and East Haven is the place where the note references. So this is the Targos, Tourmaline, Bryn Shander and East Haven are the four of the larger towns. And the Cackling Chasm is down here. This, you can see there's a huge mountain isolated from the main spine of the world. And the Cackling Chasm is a place in between that and the main mountain range that blocks off this whole area.
I want to ask him, friend, if we were to go visit the Knolls, is there like a special word that we say to them or something we do so they don't attack us and they know that we're with you?
I wouldn't go there without overwhelming martial superiority. That's all they're really going to respect.
Ah.
But,
Have you been there?
No.
Ah, okay.
No, he just knows that the fortress of Zardarok, Sunblight, trades with the Knolls of the Cackling Chasm for Chardalin. He says
who
if you,
has the ring?
Sorry?
Sorry, go on.
He says while it affects everyone, the reghead tribesmen that come across and get swayed by Chardalin eventually become berserk, and that they formed a bit of a berserker cult, and they're a bit of a threat to the east of here towards the Reghead Glacier.
Oh, that's very far though. Okay. Wow.
Well, good thing we don't have to go walking there anyway.
Well, don't we have a...
He stubs his...
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Are we doing that quest?
Oh, this is a bit of a sandbox.
I recommend we do that one very last.
Yeah.
That delivery.
Yeah, sounds good.
That is so far.
Totally in agreement with
That
that.
is so far. Just chuck the postage somewhere.
Hey, I mean, we're getting paid 5 gold for that, right?
Oh, is that enough though?
Not worth it.
Not worth it, yeah.
Oh,
Don't get the ring.
The glacier.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Is that where he was saying that he says that? Oh,
where he stubs his finger on your map is along a river that at the root of a river that flows into Lacdinishire, where it used to anyway.
okay. Okay. It's still pretty far, but not as far as the glacier.
Yeah. The other thing
Nina,
is, you guys haven't tried out how fast you get using dogs yet. You haven't had the money to do it. But apparently they're a lot faster than just walking through the snow.
good to know. Nina wants to ask Nilda, her new friend, about the ring. But I don't know who has the ring, but she'll just ask him about the ring that we found on whoever had the ring first.
Yeah, you've accosted it from him.
Oh,
It's on
his
him.
ring! Friend, I'm so sorry, is this your ring? And she'll hold it out, but she won't let him touch it. And she'll
Yeah.
be like, what is this ring?
He says,
is this
"Look."
a sign of...
No, it's okay. I don't mind if you borrow it for a bit.
Oh, thank you.
But I think, now that we've, broken the ice,
Best friends,
yeah,
yes.
I reckon you should let me out of my cage.
Why don't you tell us about this ring first, and then we can consider letting you out of this cage.
Okay.
I promise, I'll consider it.
Can you do a persuasion for me? I know he's charmed,
right.
but you're...
Okay.
It's a bit odd
Yeah,
to talk to your friend and say, no, yeah, I'll let you out of the cage in just a sec.
True.
You have advantage if he's charmed.
Well,
Do I need advantage?
you don't need advantage.
Okay,
He says, oh, yeah, fair enough. I'm a dangerous adversary. He says,
Yeah, sure.
Look, he
So
says,
we can trust you.
He says, eyeing off all the others. And particularly the Jacques, who sort of whacked him with his hammer when he was after he'd given up. He says if you put this on and you spend a bit of time with it on, it'll sort of blend with you. You'll tune to it, and if you say the magic words and crouch down and then spring, you can leap like a dainty wood elf.
Oh, how far can you leap? Like leap high or leap far? Like length or like
both.
height?
It's incredible, both.
How far have you gone in one leap?
Here we go. It depends on how strong your own legs are. So it only works on the wearer, but your jump distance is tripled when you say the magic word and spring.
What's the magic word? Is spring or like? Is there just jump?
Yeah, it's a
fly.
It's a Netherese word, so you don't know the translation, but yeah, you know the magic word for it.
Once you tune it, you will know the magic word.
Yeah.
Okay. And just as I promised, friend, I will consider letting you out of this cage. And she'll turn around to the group and she'll ask at the group, is there anything else that we've missed that we should know? Like, do you guys want to ask him? And she'll tell the group everything she knows, because she was talking in Dwarvish all this time. So she'll tell everyone what happened.
Mm-hmm. So
Sharpie's going to continue just making fire in camp.
Yeah, okay. Trying to recover. Spend some hit dice, or regain some. The way this works is when you make a long jump, just standing on the spot, you can jump your strength score. So, like Jacques, what's your strength?
Mine is, I think, 17.
17. Okay, so
Wow.
So let's say you jump 3 squares, so 15 foot. Normally, if you're just standing there, if you take if you move 10 feet in a straight line and then jump in that direction, you. Oh, sorry, that's with a run up. It's equal to your strength score, so 15 foot with a run up of 10 foot. If you're just standing there, it's half that. Now, so with the ring, it triples that. So with a run up, you could move 10 foot and then leap 45 feet.
Wow.
The only thing is that moving any distance you cover jumping isn't added to your movement rate. It's swapping out for your running movement rate. So to be able to jump 45 feet across, you need to have 45 foot of movement. So you probably would need to do the dash action. But if you do the move action, you could move 10 and then jump 20 foot. That's sort of a normal standard thing. And to do the jump and say the magic word is a bonus action.
Nina will give it to anyone who wants the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody want this ring? Because she's not interested in this ring. Who hasn't had a magic item yet?
My necklace.
I think threads and Oros.
Yeah, I don't have
Do you
anything.
guys one of you want this ring? This jumping ring?
I'll take it. If Elros doesn't want it.
You can have it.
Elros
Elros can fly. He doesn't need a jump.
I've got magic for that.
Yeah, that was my argument too. Yeah. Hand it
There
over.
you go. And
So
you have the ring.
Jacques, is Elros you said is flying, because Jacques is the one that needs to get into melee and then sometimes has had to run around the long way or go through difficult terrain.
Oh, true. Well, you guys can talk it
Fine.
out.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
You can have it.
All
He
right.
says it's fine.
Okay, so you've got a ring of jumping.
Thank you.
Let's
Okay.
make camp here for tonight.
Okay.
Agreed.
Yes, no one's gonna come, and we can keep our new friend Nilda company.
How long does his charm last, by the way?
1 hour. But while I'm friends with him for that whole hour, I am gonna be best friends with him.
Is he still in his cage?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So you've got
Oh.
your grey dwarf gimp that you're befriending. Somehow.
First of all, before we take the long rest, why do we need him bring him down to Cairn? Can we, I feel like having him is like extra burden. How bad was the travel to this headquarters?
Not too bad.
Okay, so if having him with us won't cause us trouble on the way back.
I mean, okay.
Hopefully not, but it's going to be way better if we can present him as evidence when we actually get back. I mean, this is a pretty
what's the-
unbelievable
what's the
tale
ev-
otherwise.
What's the evidence
Yeah.
for? What are you trying to prove here?
Gold. More gold.
Oh, gold! Oh, yes, let's bring him.
Okay.
Jacuz, you
That
speak.
is- There's the pirate.
Let me speak in your language. Whoa.
I'm
Money.
not a pirate. I'm a sailor.
Same thing, different name.
Okay, so you sleep overnight, and I'm just gonna. So, yeah, I'm just gonna roll to see. Is there going to be watchers, or what's the story there for this session?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got to.
We should keep
I'm gonna
watch.
be watching the prisoner also.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Elros will probably stand outside a couple of times through the long night to basically see
Yeah.
if
Okay.
anyone's coming.
Okay, so it's largely an uneventful night, and everyone wakes up at the end of a long rest. You get your hit dice back, and or half of your hit dice back, and can spend them immediately if you choose to. You also get all your spells and everything else that resets from a long rest. Jacuz, there's something that you notice while on watch, and I'll just jump into the cone of silence to describe it to you.
Okay.
It's okay, so Jacuz, can you hear me
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, when you're sleeping, you notice that Sharpie's tossing and turning. It looks like he's not getting that good a night's sleep. And
Uh-huh.
he sort of keeps batting at his forehead as if there's a mozzie landing on him, a mosquito, or some sort of,
Uh-huh. Okay.
something's annoying him, but not enough to wake him up. And
Okay.
a couple of minutes later, he does it again, and he's sort of scratching his back. And you notice that where he sort of slaps the side of his head, it's not a mosquito or something outside, but it looks like there's this long cigar-shaped blister under his skin. And when he slaps it, it sort of twitches and moves under his hairline and away.
The wound moves.
The sort of shape under his skin, whatever it is.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll wake him
But
up.
it's quite big, quite probably about 4 inches long or so. And it looks like like if you get a huge blow to your head and it raises up like a blister, like a mouse. But
Does he know about this also?
but it hasn't come up. This is the first time you've seen it, and he hasn't.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to shift us back in there. Okay, back everyone. It was a quick one. I just
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna. I was sleeping with next to Sharpie. I'm gonna wake him up because I saw something in him
Okay.
happening with him.
All right. Sharpie will get up and like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
There's a wound. You have a big wound on you. There.
I do. I mean, I quite possibly have what I missed. I'll have a look.
Yeah, so you have a look where Jackus is indicating, and it's smooth skin, there's nothing there. And certainly, Jackus, nothing like what you saw briefly.
It's Thread sleeping.
You're seeing
No.
stuff, Jackus.
Everybody
Okay.
would have woken up from this, I would say.
Yeah, I would see like
Threads.
it's like you got a mosquito on you. You were slapping yourself, and there was this hint of a wound on your skin. So I thought I'd wake you up.
Okay. Well, shows his arm or whatever it was is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I got hit pretty
Threads
bad, but I
like
still
to
forgot.
kind of go over.
Threads, yep.
Threads is like, I didn't mention it before, but I saw something on your arm too the other night.
Okay, that's creepy. You sure?
Yeah, it was like a. 1 second, let me look at my notes. It was like a blister that like rose up on your forearm, and it was pointed on both ends like a cigar. And I think that I saw it
Sharpie
move.
just says, "Okay, where was it?" And gets Jackus and Threads to point at them, where they saw stuff.
Your forearm.
So everyone would have been awake by now. So
Yeah.
hearing this conversation, I would have said, when we were on our way up through the mountains, Sharpie, I noticed you had an egg on your head, like a massive bludgeoning attack on your head, and a bump was there, and it's gone.
Okay, that's creepy. Somebody wake up Ash, and Sharpie's going to go over to the fire and basically start taking off clothes.
Stripping.
We're in a place where weird magic happens, and stuff like this is not cool.
Okay. Okay. If someone's got medicine as a proficiency, you could roll it. Do an examination.
Yes.
Not me. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so with that, you don't think that he's poisoned or diseased, but there is definitely something going on. When you're examining him, you thought you felt something under his skin, deeper in the flesh, and when you were sort of probing and going, oh, that's a tight knot, it moved and moved away from your touch.
Oh, are you?
I saw the lump move when I saw it on your arm.
I'll take out my axe and ask Sharpie, do you want me to cut?
You just back the hell off. You just back the hell right off.
Okay.
Say, I don't think it's some kind of disease or anything like that, but I don't know, maybe we did see something that could infect people by leaping into their ears. I don't know if this is something similar, but obviously it hasn't taken you over.
Yet.
Have you felt different at all?
No, not really. But yeah, Sharpie's just gonna like look himself all over and see if he can see like lumps or bumps or anything that he doesn't usually have.
In the quiet moments of the night, when you weren't asleep, but when you're all just basically laying still trying to recover, you could definitely hear that some sort of language muttering over and over a particular...
Oh, yeah. I thought that was something from the castle, but I don't really know what it was.
No.
Something is definitely speaking telepathically around the place.
Telepathically?
Yeah,
Oh, so we don't hear it then.
like this with a booming voice into your mind.
Ali no common and Dwarvish. Do I recognize?
What do you speak? Common and
Just
Dwarvish?
Yeah,
No.
that's it. Okay.
The party
Yeah,
last week.
nobody's known what that thing. Nobody noticed what that thing is.
You can, Nina, you weren't here last week to hear it, to try and figure out maybe what language it is. The party's already tried, but you can have a try to see if you can discern it.
Yeah, I was going to ask that as well. Could I retry that Arcana check that I did for that?
You could try. The difficulty level raises each time you fail. So.
So, what's the difficulty now?
Oh, you don't know. You don't know how hard it is to figure out, but generally it would go up by 5 or so each time.
Wow.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, maybe I should just try it first.
Yeah.
I can't inspire myself.
Yeah, what you can
Let's try it.
you can have
Nice.
the rest of the party can give you advantage though.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I don't know how it should be better
Yeah,
than
but
2.
Oh right,
Advantage. Let's go, guys.
you rolled
Let's
a 1
go.
with your first.
So good.
Okay. So Nina is certain it's not Dwarven. That's about it with that. It's but no language that you can place. It's not natural.
Have we asked our friend Nilda? Will he know? Have you guys asked him?
You think I'd appreciate it if you kept Nildar out of this?
Okay. I don't know. I thought he would know. Okay.
Okay. But other than that, it's morning and you can commence your trek back.
Are there manacles around? How is Nilda restrained? Like, obviously, we want him restrained.
Yeah, so he's got some sort of manacles on his hands.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so he's restrained in that way.
Friend, like I promised, I considered taking you out, and now you're coming out the cage.
Oh, it's you can tell it's well worn off, and
Yeah.
yeah, you deceiving bard, you. It's the worst insult he can come up with. And but he comes out of the cage. And so Big Chook, I think it is let's have a look. Big Chook, we could draw. It'd be nice to have a sled. But I'm just going to draw one. A very bad one.
Nina wants to try and intimidate Nilda, and she wants to tell him, "Now behave, friend. We're gonna go back home. If you move in any aggressive way, we're gonna kick you off the sled and into the lake.
Oh,
Do you understand?"
he nods.
Be good.
He nods.
Okay, cool.
So let's see.
Yeah, and Ina was doing that. I'll be behind her, swinging my hammer.
Yes, get that. Oh, there's 2 of you. Nice.
Ooh.
Is that in you?
Jackus, there's 2 of you.
Really? I can't see anything, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, have you got a new icon as well? That's probably why.
Oh yeah, because I changed my tokens. About that.
Yeah, okay. You have night vision to 60 foot, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
How's that looking now?
Thank you.
Okay, so Sharpie, are you sitting on the sled? You,
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming I'm going to have to direct the axe beak
Yeah,
to
yep.
got where to go.
okay, so
The goats.
oh yeah,
I'm
Tony.
gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay,
I'm gonna chat with the goats.
Okay. What are you going to ask them?
I'm gonna tell them, hey, little friends.
Hi, friends.
Goats don't like being condescended to. Have you never met a goat?
No, Threads is deadly serious. You have no idea.
Wait, is it summer threads or spring threads?
Winter threads, but all threads like animals.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh God.
So winter threads is like, hey, little friends. We're here to take you back to your home. Please don't worry. We're gonna help you.
Okay, can you do an animal handling for me? Or just a straight persuasion, seeing as you're talking to them? Your call. Oh.
Nice.
Okay. They come and nuzzle your leg and fall into step behind you. You now have an entourage of 2 goats at each side. And a massive white eagle on
Threads
on your shoulder.
Yep. I just look over my shoulder and look at everyone and say, follow me.
Okay. I'm just waiting for the genie to come out and go, Prince Ali.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a bard.
Yes. All right. That's inspired me. I'll have to think on it. For another campaign, I rewrote the lyrics to My Chemical Romance's, I forget what it was, to match with something that was going on in game. A Black Parade, that's it.
Oh no.
Okay. So you head off. This would entail a survival roll. I presume Nina and you and your entourage are gonna scout out the way if that's the go. If that's the usual, isn't it?
Yeah, Sharpie's obviously not going to help because he's tied up on the sled.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be walking next to Sharpie anyway, as I want to basically ask him. Before you jumped on the ship, did you touch anything that you shouldn't have? Like, get a splinter or something like that?
No.
Well, that's my question.
Okay.
And as always, I'd like to send Dawn out ahead and tell her to come back if she spots any unfriendlies.
Okay. So from time to time, your Dawn's off roaming around and coming back. Okay. So head to survival guide. Let's have a look. Oh, that was the. Was that
She got a natural 20 on survival. Oh, animal handling. Sorry,
Animal
never mind.
Yeah, it was the survival.
Yeah, 16.
All right. So you make good time. I'm just going to shift back to the map. Does that come back pretty quickly for everyone?
Yep.
It's not having to reload or anything? Okay.
Nope.
All right, so... Return journey. Okay, so you were coming from here. You reckon you're, by sundown, you're very close to Cairn, maybe near where the ogre was waiting for the with the sled. But you have no encounters of any sort. Long rest overnight?
Yep.
Is
Wait,
it,
Yeah.
is it? Yeah. can we make it if we try and get there, or is it like really far away?
No, you reckon it's only an hour, but you could try and press on through the darkness and to try and make it.
It's only an hour away.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to press on?
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with pressing on for an hour.
Okay. Can you do another survival just for this second leg here, Threads? You can have advantage, assuming someone in the party's helping. They're pointing stuff out. Second one, 21. Okay. So with a long forced march and a long haul through the snow, you finally make it back to Cairn.
Oh, good.
It's starting to get a bit cold for everyone, is it?
Yes, although it's only the last hour before sundown, so it drops pretty quickly, but not below -50. But you're very happy to finally come back to the tavern that you know up to the north of Cairn. I think there it is. I'll shift to that map.
With Glenn, is Glenn the guy that gave us the drinks for free?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, the elf.
Okay.
That was at
Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker. That's right. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Threads just
why.
moved out.
I don't know why Threads is there, but there you go. lurking in the edges. Okay, so you get back to town. What are you going to do? You can tell that there's people in the tavern.
We should. Where would we deposit our prisoner or present him?
Yeah, let's go see Travis.
Get rid of this dwarf.
Yeah.
Let's talk to our speaker friend then.
There's the speaker's house, and you head over to there, and no one's home.
He must be at the pub.
You go to the pub, and he's there, and he's half hammered, well into his cups. Looks like he's been there half the day, probably. He calls out to you, you're back and you lived. Good on ya.
Well, we sort of lived.
It was quite the adventure, but we have done much to help protect the town, I think.
And the innkeeper comes over as well. So, how did you go? Did you recover everything? What was it? No, and a few people cluster around.
Sharpie plonks the lantern down on the down on the desk on the bar.
Fantastic! The Karis picks it up and says, "Quick, round of drinks!" And you all each brought a pint.
Aye. Hey.
And are you going to reveal what happened and whatnot, or is there anything specific that you're not revealing? That sort of thing.
I think we should reveal the note to him so he can send word to East Haven.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pertinent thing I think we should do.
Ooh.
As for our prisoner, we hand him over to his custody.
Okay. He says thank you, and it looks like someone else comes to sort of take over, like a deputy of some sort or a militia. It says, here, I'll sort it out, and they sort of scuttle this guy off. This other lady comes up to you and says, "And what of my husband? Did you find him?" The expeditionary force to the top of Cairn.
I don't think we've been there yet.
No, Cairn was where you were sort of heading towards, and then this sort of conveniently chasing down these tracks led in the same direction. But I think last week you discussed pressing on to Cairn and decided not to because of your prisoner.
Are we not in Chaotonic already?
Not Cairn.
Kelvin's Cairn.
Kelvin's Cairn.
Kelvin's Cairn, sorry, yeah.
Knew what you meant.
So does she have a husband up there that she wants us to find?
Yes, he led those other adventuring group.
Ah.
The Goliath and the Halfling and the Tiefling.
Ah, okay. Oh.
And we are in Frozen Far expeditions, and him and his dogs, and he took them as a lead. But while you've been out over the last couple of days, just yesterday, one of the dogs came back in.
Threads?
Yes.
You know what to do.
Where's the dog?
Sniff him out.
Okay, she says, I'll take you to him. And, so just a few places away, and you can hear the yapping and barking of quite a few dogs. And you go to, it's night time, but she's in a hurry and keen to get things moving. And you go and see Frozen Far Expeditions, which is just, I'm showing on the map here, just to the north of town, on the edge, or offset from the main shops. And there's kennels, and there's a number of wolf-sized huskies. And she says, here he is, and he ate like a horse. Must have had anything in a while.
Must have been through so much.
But he's lacking his harness.
I'd like to cast the spell Speak with Animals.
Okay, yeah.
And I asked the dog, what happened to you?
In dog.
In dog.
Yes, in dog. He says, running. We love running, but we didn't get to eat. We got left behind by Master, and he didn't come back.
How far out were you? Where were you going?
He doesn't quite understand. He gets what you're saying, but doesn't sort of get that depth of language. But he says, we climbed and then they climbed more.
Were there any other dogs with you?
Yes, but I managed to break out of my harness and race home for food. And to warn.
So the others are still out there?
Yes.
So the others are still out there?
Yes. Tied to their sled in the snow.
Oh my god, we have to go.
Can he lead the way? Oh, sorry. We don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
Can you lead the way?
I'm just listening, dog.
Yeah. Yes, I can show you. And the dog puts on its best Lassie impersonation. Benji.
Is it just pointing, like doing the pointer thing?
No, it's sort of barking,
like
barking at the door and then running back to you and then running over to the door and then running back to you.
So I'd like to tell, was it a woman that took me here? Is she still here in the room?
Yeah, she's with you.
So I look up from after talking dog with this dog.
Yep.
And I say to her, he can show us the way to the other dogs. Can I take him?
Okay, well what we'll do is, at first light, meet me here and I'll have 2 sets of dog sleds ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I return to the group and tell them what happened, or what I found out, stuff.
Okay. And you're all in the tavern.
We're just splitting the reward of 76 coins. Everyone gets 12 coins each, and whoever wants the remainder 4 coins, speak up now. First come, first serve.
How much points?
12 silver
12
each.
silver each, and then there's 4 remainder silver.
Okay.
And 5 gold, right?
I don't know. I didn't take the gold because I wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah, I just split the silver. I didn't take the gold. Did you want the 4 coins? The 4 silver coins too? Jackers?
Someone else can have it.
Just take it.
Yeah.
73 silver?
Oh, it's 73 silver. Ooh.
So there's 1 silver
Oh,
over.
1 silver.
I'm pretty sure we can spend that on beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But we should also find some place to sell the other stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
Yeah.
let's sell that.
You've all been walking through the night, and it's been a forced march effectively. So
We can do that tomorrow morning.
yeah,
Yeah, we're doing it in the morning. We're
Yeah,
going to
okay.
be selling that.
All right. So you're put up in the Northern Light, which is normally closed, but they open to just provide bunks for you, so you can get a rest overnight. And the next day, the low light on the horizon rises enough that
Oh,
you can see. Anything else? If you wanted to.
wait, what was
Yeah.
what was our reward from the speaker for the prisoner and returning the stuff?
They gave you 2 barrels of ale, if I recall.
Whew.
I asked the speaker 2 sessions ago. I wanted a letter from him to certify that we had taken down the killer guy.
Oh yeah, Sefek, yeah, definitely, and you've got that.
Okay, great.
You've got that. Yeah, so he's written a commendation vouching for your apprehension and subsequent summary execution of the killer Sefek Caltro.
So, are we drinking these 2 barrels of beer tonight?
I think we drank it last night.
So next day, pick your spells for a journey back to Kelvin Cairn, if that's what you were planning to do.
We want to sell everything that we found, the scale mails and the pick. And yeah, we want to sell stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Frozen Fire Expeditions will take it off your hands for half of its what do you call it? Player's handbook value.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go sort that out.
Yeah, we'll leave
Okay.
it to you. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I ask, the 5 picks, are they ice picks or are they just normal mining picks?
Okay. So they're dual. They're not dual purpose. They're triple purpose. They can be used for breaking rocks. They would also use them for climbing on ice or for grabbing on and so on, as you would as a mountain climbing tool. And they're a weapon of war as well.
Ah.
So they're not small then, are they the big ones or are they the 2 handheld ones?
They're single-handed. It's much like a longsword or a mace or something like that. Climbers picks, probably if you had a specialist climbing gear, a pro, they would have 2 picks, 1 in each hand, quite a bit smaller. But the spike on the end of the pick can be jammed into the snow, and you can wrap a rope around it, for example, and you could also just jam it into cracks and crevasses and things. reverse it and use it to shovel out, a snow cave sort of thing.
It might be good to keep hold of one of those picks.
We have 2 climbing kits though. Do we need it? Do we need Do we need all the picks?
The climbers kits
No,
would come. The climbers,
just one we probably need.
yeah, the climbers kits come with some tools like the climbers picks that you would see, but they're not useful as a weapon. It'd be an improvised weapon at best,
Okay.
and no good for smashing rocks. Okay, so shall we move back out into the wilderness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The lady, the owner of Frozen Fire Expeditions, if you'd be selling your stuff to her, so she's happy for you to leave the stuff with her to value it, and so you don't have to take it all the way out there with you or whatnot. Same with your barrels of ale.
Oh, great.
We would have done a good percentage of that one when we got back into town.
Yeah, made a bit of a dent in it. I think the last night's drinks would have been on the house at the hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, great. We still have
Yeah.
2 barrels. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
you
it for
wouldn't
us.
have to tap the kegs yet.
Nice.
Okay. So, we'll need a check, please. Survival. Making your way back to Kelvin's Cairn.
Oh, summer threads.
Ha.
Yeah,
very good.
first time summer threads.
All right.
Our first time, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, D4 did not roll a 2 this
2
whole
months.
time.
Wow.
Okay.
What's Summer Threads like?
She's orange. She's kind of like, she's quite hasty and kind of impulsive, and she's like, you kind of notice she's not just stood still like when she's in winter. She's kind of like she seems like she's like on the edge, and she's kind of want to fight. She wants to fight a little bit.
She anxious personality. Okay.
I don't like this threads.
Yeah, she's
Hey.
not like, anxious. She's just kind of like, come on, let's go.
Oh.
Like, we have to go.
Oh,
Let's
wow.
go.
Well, true. It's hard to tell though, because I mean, somebody has left like 3 dogs out there with no food, so
Well,
Yeah, that would be enough to get threads. Just like, oh my god, we have to go now.
Does anyone mind if I take the potion of healing? By the way, I'm the most useful person to have.
you probably need it more than anyone else in this party.
Yeah.
Well, remember, it's going to be used on Ash, almost
Yeah,
guaranteed.
take it. Take it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so I rolled a 17 for the
17.
survival check.
Do- Okay. Just a D8. All right. So throughout the day, you make pretty good time. Not as good as the last time when you're coming back in the reverse journey, but
Because it was downhill.
yes.
We're going uphill now.
Yeah, you go back up into the hills. Let's see. Hmm. You're making camp, setting up your tents and things, and threads. You see something watching you from the distance. looking up, you can see that there's a goat. It's on top of a snowbank, and it's looking at you.
Is it a big goat? Is it a normal kind of goat?
It looks like big billy goat gruff.
Is it aggressive right now?
No, it's watching you. It doesn't look like it's just being about its business, though.
Unfortunately, Threads is not in a good mood, so she's gonna shoot it.
Ooh, that is
She
like
doesn't. She gets really. She's really angry. She's like, "What are you looking
Oh
at?
wow.
Why are you looking at me like that?"
Side
Not
eye.
one shot.
Okay. Let's see. I'll just give you an initiative for the purposes of this. Because it's not surprise, it's looking at you. So as soon as you lift up your bow, it might... I'll just clear out the initiatives. Yeah, so throw yourself in there.
We can't click our icons.
I need a token.
Oh, you need a time. Oh, yeah. I'll move you to where... Because I had one set up. This one, I believe. Okay.
Oh, threads.
Oh,
I'm just so angry.
okay.
See red.
All right, so you go into sort of slow motion. I'm going to kill you now, and slowly draw an arrow, notch it. And this goat must see what you draw an arrow, but before you can pull it, bring it to bear and loose it, the goat shrinks down, grows wings, and takes flight, and flying low, moves away and out of sight.
Woohoo.
What the fuck?
Can I shout in Sylvan to Dawn to pursue?
Okay.
Sharpie runs over to have a look.
Okay.
Is everybody rolling initiative for this, or
Yeah,
just...
yeah. Put yourselves in.
Oh,
The first threads and the thing.
Well, if Threads is yelling out to go have a look, then yes.
Yeah. I'm going to put goat ? Into the threads. I'll give you a perception roll if you're watching it.
Is that for me or for Dawn? For me.
For threads.
Okay.
Okay. So it looks like it shrinks down into a snowy owl, regular size. And where am I? Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna sort descending. Okay. So you order Dawn off. I don't know if I've got a goat, but let's see if I've got one.
yeah, the goats that you gave us.
Oh yeah. I can use one of those. I'll copy it. Copy, paste. So there's the goat over here on the rocky outcropping, and it's ducked off and moved off in this direction somewhere. You don't quite know in what square, but Dawn is going to take flight. You've ordered Dawn to take flight, but that'll happen this round. Oh, you should roll for Dawn as well. Put Dawn in as a into the initiative.
I think she takes
shared.
her turn on my turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
does she? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
In that case, she's flying off too. I'm not too fussed about the
She
distance on
has
the map. I just need to
60.
know in relation. Oh yeah, 60 foot
Okay.
of movement. Okay.
Yeah, flying movement. She's got 60 foot.
Okay. Indeed. Okay, so Dawn's flying off in a certain direction, and you can see Dawn in the distance. This is at dusk, so it's dim light, but it's dim light all the time, but it's darkening skies. Okay, Ash, what do you want to do?
How far away is our target?
You can't see the target anymore.
Mhm.
See how there's this ridge over here of rock?
Sure, I will dash over there. Let me
Okay.
see how far I can get. 30 feet takes me to here.
Okay.
Do I come
Um,
this way?
Yeah, so that would be a dash because of the terrain,
Oh, okay.
but that's enough for you to get there, and you can see that there is an owl being pursued by an eagle. I'll just do a measurement to find out exactly where they are. Yeah, so they're almost off the map by this stage.
Can't really do anything else.
Okay. Yeah, that was the dash in any case. Nina?
Nina would have been setting up the tent,
Yes.
so she doesn't really know anything, and she's just gonna look up and she'll be like, "What's happening?"
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Okay. All right. Elros.
So seeing Thread's a bit agitated about the goat that appeared,
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to move up. While I'm moving up, I'm casting Mage Armor on myself, and then that activates my Temporis magic, so I can weave through this difficult terrain easier
Okay.
to where my marker is. Would
Okay.
that be doable?
Is that are you saying that's a dash?
No, normal movement,
Yeah.
and then my 10 feet move with the Temporis
Casting
magic.
spell.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Because normal movement will get you. Yeah. So you get 25 feet.
right there.
Yeah.
Right. Boom. Oh, these squares are 10 feet squares.
No, it's just the scales off because I made everyone small from the last map. That's all.
Okay.
I'll adjust that as we go. So Elros, that's you done.
Yep, that's me. Yeah.
Sharpie.
Sharpie will leap on Big Chook bareback and use half his movement there.
Massive.
I can't actually move Big Chook at the moment, so.
Yeah. Well, Big Chook's.
Oh, hang on, sorry, no, I'm just in the wrong. I'm in the wrong section.
Big Chook's tied to a harness and a sled. You won't be able to just ride off.
Wait, what? We're not bringing this. Why would we bring the sled on if we're not bringing all that gear?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought we left the sled
yeah.
back in town.
Yeah.
This is left over, isn't it?
Yeah,
that-
the two
Yep,
goats
no
are not
worries.
here either.
I forgot. There's also two.
Also, the dwarven prisoner.
Yeah, he's not there. And you've also got two dog sleds, so I just haven't got them on your map. So yeah, so where are you going to go with Big Chook?
That'll get me to, with half a movement, we'll get to there.
Okay.
Presuming does Big Chook, is it rough terrain for Big Chook as well?
Once it gets to the ridge, it is not on the flat ground.
Right, no worries. Basically, he'll just yell out mentally to Threads, like, what are we looking at? What are we looking for? What's wrong?
Okay, all right.
And he's just going to get there, and he will basically just look around.
Okay. Jackus.
If I dash up to where could I go?
Yeah, so let's see. Here.
Moving to this area.
You can get to about there if you're trying to get as far as
Alright. Yeah, alright. I'll go there.
Okay. So you're up on the rock where the goat was originally. And you can see that there's a flurry of feathers and things. It looks like there's an aerial battle going on.
Can I? Yeah. Alright. I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Threads, do you want to roll to hit with Dawn?
Yes, I do want to hit. Yes.
Ah,
21 to hit.
21 hits. How much damage? Or is that what the 16 is? No, 5 damage. Okay.
I'll be able to see to try to shoot at it myself.
Let's see, where are you? No, you can't see from where you are. But so Dawn attacks. Looks like Dawn just absolutely rips into this owl, tears its throat out, and there's this flurry of feathers. The owl transforms into a human wearing sort of polar bear furs, and is standing there to just in front of Dawn, probably. You know, remember the owl was flying at sort of ground level to keep low, trying to keep out of any flak. But Threads, it's your turn.
I'd like to spend my movement and also use my action to dash to get to here.
Okay.
I'm trying to pursue to get to the
Trying to get
where I can see Dawn is.
Yeah, so you can't see over the ridge, but
And then I shout at Sharpie.
okay. What are you yelling out?
I'm yelling, Sharpie, it's an effing owl.
Okay.
Because you know he loves owls. He's always asking about owls.
Ooh.
So you see this character dressed in furs and wolf furs and things, looking all like a native of this area. And she stands up and points at Dawn, and this storm appears above Dawn, and suddenly these sort of baseball-sized balls of ice fall from the sky, and you lose sight of Dawn completely for a moment. Dawn will need to do
Wow.
a saving throw, a dexterity saving throw. Oh, 11. Okay, so let's have a look. Dawn takes 12 damage of bludgeoning.
Oh my god.
And 16 of cold.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
As this massive
So she's down.
ice storm.
Yeah, okay. She's not dead. She's just unconscious.
Okay, so what do you want to? That was threads. That was thing, and I think Jackus, you can see what just went on. Everyone saw an ice storm appear, and smashes into Dawn, and then this character moves away across the snow.
Oh shit.
Let's see. That would be 30 foot, just moving across. One odd thing that you see that you haven't spotted so far is this character's got wide shoes on, which enables her to move across snow at a normal movement rate. Like tennis rackets strapped to her feet.
But like snowshoes?
Yes.
Like we all have snowshoes?
Barbarian snowshoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So you... Oh, yeah, that's okay. So you've got them anyway. That's enabling you to run across all this snow. But she's on the other side of this ridge, so the ridge itself is still difficult. Ash. I forgot you guys had snowshoes.
So who is down?
Dawn.
Anyone about Dawn? Oh no.
Quick, save Dawn!
Yes.
Okay, I can step 5 feet forward. Healing word on Dawn.
Okay. You cast your healing word, and there's no twitch from the feathers.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, she just died. Right.
I can't say it like that.
And thus we are doomed to endless night.
Poor threads!
Time to find Twilight.
Okay.
What?
Well, I mean, if I knew it was dead, I wouldn't bother. But...
You wouldn't know. Oh, it's a little bit harsh.
Oh my god.
There's nothing I can do if they're dead. Okay. Hey, look. Not my fault. Can I see the person who cast the spell?
Yeah, so she would be about, let's see, 130 feet away.
God. And what about this figure?
That's
That's Jackus.
Oh, I can't see his health bar.
I can change that.
Ah, cool.
Okay, go for it. So you're done. So Nina.
No, I will, as an action, toll the dead on one of these goats. Then I assume they're enemies as well.
Oh no, they're not here.
You really haven't been paying attention, have you?
Okay.
Those goats are not here.
I will. The enemy goat.
Yes. The enemy goat is the druid. The thing that shape changed. The ice stormer.
Yes.
Okay,
Will
Nina.
sacred flame.
No, you've done the healing word. Oh, is the healing word an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action. We've been through this before. You can cantrip and healing word. It's cantrip and then spell.
Okay.
DC 12 deck save.
What was that? Sacred frame? It's out of range, 60
Yeah.
foot.
I move forward a bit.
It's still out of range.
Yeah, it's still out of range.
Because we're
She's
on a ridge.
I have plenty of.
Yeah, so she's moved off from this spot in any case. So she was 130 from you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nina, or do you want to try something long range, or just do a dash?
Nah, Nina will just keep an eye on the campsite.
Yeah. Okay.
She'll just stay still, stay
Okay.
put.
Elros.
She trusts her friends.
Well, I'm going to move just a single move to there.
Yep.
And as I'm moving, I'm going to spend a sorcery point. Am I in the right square? No, one more there. Spend a sorcery point so I can use a distance spell, and I'm going to cast a Scorching Ray.
Oh, okay.
Or 3.
Okay. What's the range
So-
make it? What does that make the range?
It makes it 240 feet.
Okay,
Oh,
no
wow.
worries. Easy.
Yeah. So at 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that's 8 fire damage.
Okay. And the second one?
A 17 to hit
That hits as well.
for 9 damage. And last but not least, a 17 to hit for 10, for a total of 27
Nice.
damage.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
let me see.
Like a fireball.
Okay, so can you see a health bar on this goat?
No.
Whoops. Save now.
Yes.
Okay, so this is about 2/3. Okay, so threads, you would know that you can do some sort of, it's a mystical ritual to re-summon your animal companion.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any
Bad.
any easier to take, but it's not. This is not a regular animal, follower.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, DM.
Yeah.
That was a second level spell that I cast. Can I use my Temporis magic to move up another 10 feet?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Sharpie.
Boom. I think. Yeah.
I'm not moving this goat out to the side. What I'm doing is showing how far the character is from the original. So 30 foot, but it's actually in this direction.
Okay.
So we can measure distances in an L shape. Oh, Sharpie. Ride of the Sharpie. Okay.
Yeah, so he's just, dashing and moving.
Okay. Jackus.
Just keep dashing as far as I can towards the druid.
Okay. So that'll get you. So that's. Do you want me to move you?
Okay, if is this area, the snowy area, still difficult terrain?
Up on the ridge is difficult. Down on the flat, it's not. But down on the flat.
Then I would be going here. I use my third dash to go here.
Yeah. Okay. So then you'll get along a bit further along here. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Threads.
I'm going to move to here using normal movement plus phase step.
Okay.
Think it was around here.
Yep.
I can't reach, but I'm going to take a shot at the druid. Can I still see her?
You can, yeah.
Like a very angry, like I'm like crying angry tears.
Yes.
Like angry tears are coming down my face.
Ooh, 25. Okay, so you hit.
9 damage.
9 piercing from the longbow. Okay, so the arrow hits. This shapeshifter is only wearing hide armor, furs, and I think that's your turnover.
Yep.
Okay. This shapeshifter. Shift once again into an owl, back into an owl, takes flight and flies 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, how far away, roughly, is it on the average
yeah.
party?
Yeah, so help me out here. What do we do to do the angles again?
From dawn. You either go to dawn first and then go to the goat.
Okay, so we go 95 to dawn,
Yeah.
and from me, that's a total of 155.
55.
Cool.
Ash.
Okay.
155 feet away.
I mean, I will move. So it's difficult terrain. So to move, I can move 15 feet.
Yes.
No, you go towards dawn first.
Yeah, you keep going towards dawn because it's off map, but it's there for scale.
What I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier is if I will try and keep everyone roughly together. So I'm going to move him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right down to there. Bring Dawn in. You're off to one side. You guys are over here somewhere, getting quite close to Dawn, and there. And I'll just swing you around a little bit so that you're all in one straight line, which is how it actually is.
Perfect.
Okay. So Ash, is that you done?
I will dash and move another 15 feet.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. And then assume all this movement is just your normal movement right now. Don't worry about the half speed. I'll assume you will have gotten off the ridge.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, Nina.
Nina's just keep an eye on the cat.
Oh, you're way back. Okay, yeah. All right,
Yeah, she's-
cool.
Yeah,
She's not gonna try.
Okay, Elros.
I'm going to move up again and do the same thing I just did.
Yeah.
Quicken spell and another scorching ray.
Okay.
So a 16 to hit
16 hits.
on the first one for 7 damage.
Oh,
A 13 to hit.
okay, just bear with me for a second. Okay, 13 hits.
For another 7 damage. And last but not least, 10. 10 to hit. I take 10 misses.
10 misses.
That one just sails past.
Yes, okay. Very good. Sharpie.
Alright, so what? Action move. And basically, I'm just going to use my bonus action to try and hide. Not that she's looking at me anyway, but basically, you pull out my sling while I'm hiding on the opposite side of Big Chook, and then see if I can take a swipe at her.
Okay, you can take a swipe, but it's not an advantage. She's seen you.
Wait, what? So I can't hide?
You can't hide in plain sight. You have to have concealment. Or cover.
I can't hide behind behind a large mount.
You can dismount. That takes half your movement.
So that's a no?
No.
Cool.
Believe in your dice roll.
Yeah, you can do it.
There's no point if I don't get sneak attack damage. I'm not doing any damage.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
worth taking a shot.
Yeah.
Good Big Chook. You're right up there now.
All right. So you're about 20 foot beneath this owl, and you've got a good underbelly shot, and pacing, tracking this creature. Jacuz.
No, same. Still just dashing as far as I can.
Okay. Let's see. Snap to center. 60 foot for you?
Yep.
Sorry, can I finish my action before we go?
Oh yeah. I thought you'd done.
No, so I still have a bonus action left
Oh yeah. Okay.
because I've got a free one. So
Yes.
I'm going to. Actually, don't know who's going to be shooting. So I am going to give Isaac. We're going to give Elros a advantage on his first shot next round.
Is that going to just check if that's got
Bonus action help.
Just check if that's got a range to it. Range for the
I have to be within 30 feet of the target.
Okay. All right. And there's no range effect on the person who's doing the hitting?
No.
Okay. Cool. So Elros, you've got some
Advantage
tracer
on my-
fire. Jacuz's run. Threads.
So Threads runs up to Dawn,
Yes.
and with just like tears of pure rage and grief running down her face, she's gonna cast the spell Primal Rebirth on Dawn. So then she will she'll come back to life
Okay. So you cast
After a minute.
after a minute.
Oh yes, it's going to take some time. So you kneel down over her, hover your hands over, sort of doing some sort of ritual, using some of your spell power, and you can see that life is starting to return to Dawn.
Yep.
Okay, this creature flies. Bloody hell, this map is too small for this sort of distance.
So start going up then.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Command direction. Come back to camp. Oh wow! How far can this creature go?
With a dash action, 120 feet.
Oh damn! How are you guys?
So I am
Can you make it?
50.
Oh wow!
Eh.
Good
That's-
big chook.
120. Oh. Yeah, no, I can't. Oh. Right, now I know how to do it. Yeah, nah. I cannot get that, even with trajectory. Oh, hang on.
How far away is she coming?
120 feet.
Oh, you don't have any more distances?
I do. I have one more that I could do. So there.
Hang on, we're up to Ash right now, so...
Yeah, I'm measuring for myself.
Yeah, okay.
So I should.
Ash, way you go. What do you want to do?
I shall move my 30 feet.
Okay.
And since I am... is the target 120 feet of me?
No, 120 plus...
Plus 50, so 180.
Plus 70 for you.
Oh my god.
Oh, 190 then.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I will dash 30 that way.
Just dash 30 towards Sharpie, because we're doing this Benny Hill one
Okay.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like an obstacle course. Nina, you're still hanging out?
No, I'm not. I'm just keeping an eye on the campsite.
Yeah,
being...
no worries.
Yep.
Oh, Ross.
Alright. So, could I see the direction of where the owl went?
Oh, roughly. Yeah, in there you can see it.
Yeah, roughly.
Yep.
Roughly is good enough.
No, it's still flying in the same direction as you guys are all running. It's flying directly away from you.
Directly away.
Yeah.
So
it's in this.
So
It's in this direction. That's the way. If you were trying to run straight towards it, you'd be running in that direction. 115.
50. So it's 40, 110, and from there, it's 165. So that's 200.
Have you got something you can do that
270.
range? How are you doing the kinks to the line?
You press right click.
Ah, okay. So the distance for you is there. 225.
Oh, good. I can still hit it
Okay.
with my
Ooh, okay.
with my last sorcery point.
Okay, where you go?
Oh, I have advantage on that too.
You do?
First one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still? Now that it's run away? Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
And nah, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
17.
17?
Oh, it. Oh, okay. It didn't roll that for me for some reason on roll 20. D&D Beyond. Well, another 9 fire damage to it.
Oh,
Still alive. Is that you
More
expending?
more bolts coming.
No, that was a firebolt. I'm out of scorching ray.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
no.
All right.
Come on, Sharpie.
I would imagine.
Here comes the cavalry.
Sharpie can kind of get in range.
Go.
Okay.
Do you want to put a marker there just so you know where it is? And everyone's running around.
A marker for...
It's just because everyone's running towards me, then running up. So if I move me, then
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Go like. Yep, that works.
I should be 20 feet behind it. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm moving to there.
Finish it.
And so that's my bonus action. That's my move and my bonus action dash. And I'll take a shot at it. Because why not?
Why not?
Okay.
14?
14's a hit.
6 points.
I think
Ooh.
it's down.
Nah, that's not enough.
Oh! That 1 HP!
Oh my god. It's very close. You clock it and it's sort of...
I was hoping at least no.
it's
There's
just-
still an owl.
Yeah, it is. Jackus, anything you can do? Or just running up
Uh,
behind?
I'll be running back to camp with Nina. Just shout at her, grab me a beer, I'm dead.
Okay.
What happened? No one told me. They just all started running.
You just see Elros go.
No one said anything to Nina.
Threads, what's your longest range with your bow?
150.
600.
Long? 600, sorry, yeah.
Oh, you might
Okay,
make
so you're
it.
only 200 foot away from it right now.
So at what point do I get disadvantage on the range?
After 150.
Anything after 150 feet.
Yeah.
So get sharpshooter next feet.
Okay. So just for this round, ignoring sharpshooter, you walk 30, I presume.
Yep.
Okay.
It
Yeah. So
And with Dawn's just like very sad body in the snow.
yeah. And let's just do now. You've still got your bonus action. If you want to use one before you go here, I don't know if you.
I'm out of range for Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
but I will. 1 second.
Okay. 150. There you go.
Okay,
So
so
you can shoot this
I will-
guy. You can shoot this owl without disadvantage.
okay. I would also like to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay, so cast ensnaring strike, which means your next hit within a minute while you're concentrating will do additional damage and maybe
Very nice.
yeah. Okay, so roll
My
your
potential.
roll. But you still need to roll to hit because it's the next arrow that hits. The ensnaring goes off when that happens. 13.
13.
Ooh.
that's a hit because it hit with mine with my 13 that I rolled.
Yeah, the 13 hits.
Oh my god, get the killing blow! Revenge, girl.
Very
Please, this is no oops moment. This is a definite on purpose.
maybe interrogate. I was like, nope, just gonna kill him.
Okay.
You killed my bird.
So this owl changes back into a human, drops from the sky, and lands prone on the rocks, shattered, with an arrow still sticking in it.
Perfect.
What a great outcome. Okay.
Yes, we would have had a very sad, pissed off elf on our hands if that wasn't the case.
Oh yeah, that was so satisfying.
That was so sad. Yeah, I thought I would like, oh, I can just step forward and save the day if you knew her, but she didn't come back to life. I was like, oh yeah, it's double her max hit points. She's just dead. I was like, oh shit.
Dead? Really?
Oh,
I think yeah, if you get negative double your hit points, you just die outright. But that's like,
but good thing you had that spell.
Yeah, but like I don't think she was dead though. Like, the amount of hit points she took was not enough to kill her. I don't think.
Oh, she has high. Dawn has high hit points in it.
yeah.
She had 18. I don't know. Is that a lot? Maybe I
Well,
did the
if
math.
she,
Same as Sharpie.
NPCs, I'm not doing death saves and all of that malarkey, so generally they won't. They'll just die if they go to 0.
Oh, okay, that's why.
I'm not.
So is this druid dead?
This druid, going over and examining, is definitely dead.
Oh wow.
Alright, I throw a body over Big Chook and then lead Big Chook back.
Okay.
Dread kicks the ball.
Oh,
is
Sorry.
oh, that's a shame. Yeah.
All right. So a minute later, Dawn sort of twitches and sits up and looks around and squints off into the distance, back on full health.
Good.
Yes.
I had no idea you were a healer.
Only for those who matter.
All right. So are you going to still? You were setting up camp here. Are you going back about your business, or what's the deal now?
When everybody comes back, I'm gonna be like, "What happened? What do you have?"
A goat made the evil eye at me,
Yes.
Is that dinner?
and it killed my
Is it
bird.
dinner? Can we eat it?
Not anymore.
You can try.
And then I'll go up to the goat and see that it's not a goat. And
Yeah.
I'll ask everyone, "Did you want to eat this for dinner?"
Well, it's not cannibalism for me.
No thanks.
Okay, Nina will eat it then.
Leave it alone. All right.
Yeah.
I'll strip it of anything useful and then leave it in the snow.
Okay. The only thing useful, like treasure-wise, I suppose. Let's have a look. She has a bag of what look like druidic type spell components, and has a focus with a druidic spell focus, which is a necklace with what looks like a crystal, like a quartz crystal on it. Would able to be used as a focus by anyone who can use druidic foci. Which I think
Does Sharpie want to replace his orc skin with the wolf pelt on the druid head? Is that a wolf pelt something we can take?
yeah. So there's
I have an ox skin? What the hell?
Is that fox? I don't know. Does Sharpie want it? Because he was wearing the Yeti before.
No, that's
Oh,
Jack's.
that's Jacket, sorry.
I'll quite happily chop it up for him, but, you know,
yeah.
Sharpie wearing a Yeti is like, I don't know, walking around with a tent.
So all of your cold weather gear is, made in in town. So you clearly look like 10-towners. This cold weather gear is just as good, if not better, but clearly is more like a reghead barbarian cold weather gear. So you could either take it or swap it for your own stuff if you wanted to look more, native. That's your call.
Is it a lot is it a lot warmer? Like when we do our saves and stuff, is it like an advantage, or is it
mechanically to provide the same benefit as
Okay.
cold weather gear from
Okay.
the tack and harness shop down the road.
Okay.
Yep.
No, Nina's not interested then.
Okay. So you set up your camp, have another night out on the ice, but no other events.
Is that a long rest?
Yes.
Thank God I needed that.
Yeah.
So we would have used 3 days of rations now? Is that correct?
Yeah, probably the travel back and there again. Yes, 3 days. Okay.
Was there anything else we had to do out here before we went back
No,
to
we're
town?
not going back to town. We're going
We're
to.
heading up to the.
We're heading up the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We're looking for the dogs and also going up the mountain.
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Dogs, people, more people. All the idiots who want to climb a mountain.
Yeah. Okay. Threads, do you want to do another check for me?
I can help with this time, so advantage.
Yeah.
With a role play standpoint, I'd like to forfeit my advantage because I feel like Summer
Yep.
Threads is going to be kind of hasty and not really looking out properly.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Normal
Maybe.
survival roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Oof. Okay.
Still good.
So you go it alone and bust out a 20 in search of Kelvin's Cairn. And
Yeah, there it is.
Yep. And yep, there's a mountain, and you're through the foothills. Man, this is taking ages to load. But you think you start heading up the main side of it throughout this session, and definitely this. Remember that you've got one of the dogs with you that's been there, and it's champing at the bit to move on.
So we have 2 dog sleds with us and like 2 sets of dogs
Yes.
to pull it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do we have to upkeep them?
How many people can they pull? Sorry.
So
maybe
how
go
many
ahead.
like do we have to upkeep like feed them or anything, or we just leave them as it is?
No, I assume that you've got enough food for
Okay.
a number
that's
of
sorted.
days for the dogs. I won't
Nice.
sort of calculate the dog food.
Mm.
How many
yeah.
people can they pull along?
2. So you're just one person short to stop from having to go walking speed. I
But
believe.
how many times a day do the dogs have to rest?
I'm not using all that. I'm just treating it as if you're using dogs, it goes double the speed of the.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good. That's
That's
so much
amazing.
better than our other campaign with that.
Yeah. I'm just simplifying it and having rankings of speed rather than it just being complex. So you make it close to the foothills and find yourself. You can see some tents in the distance. Let me have a look. I'm going to move us to another area. I'll grab some tokens. New map. This is one I created from scratch earlier in the week. Okay. Yeah, so you approach to what looks like a base camp. So it's in a fairly sheltered area with and flat, sheltered from the main brunt of the wind. You can see 2 tents pitched in the snow near an icy outcropping that acts as a sort of natural windbreaker. And you can see a sled, which I don't have marked on the map, but there's a sled in the middle of these 3 tents here, and it's got a number of dogs attached to it. They're all sort of howling and straining at their harness, which is still attached to them all.
Move up, start feeding dogs. Got plenty of axe pick food.
Yeah, okay.
Threads rushes into dogs.
Okay. Yeah, so you go in and feed the dogs. They look very welcoming to see people. The wind has obliterated the tracks from here, but you can see what's probably the likeliest route that the climbers took from this point.
So Nina announces that the group is here, and there's no reply back from the tents. So nothing's moving inside the tents except for the dogs.
No, the tent. Yeah, that's right. The tents are empty.
Oh, is there any belongings inside the tent, or anything left behind?
Yeah, there looks like some heavier climbing gear.
Ah, okay.
Some barrels and crates and things.
Does that mean if they left the climbing gear? She turns to the group. She's like, they've left their climbing gear, but you think they'll take it if they were going to go up Kelvin?
Sorry, no.
Well, they've only left the heavy
It's base
stuff,
camp.
so maybe it's a light camp.
Oh, okay.
It's their base camp of everything.
Okay.
That was out of character, by the way.
Yeah.
That was just.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So the heavier stuff that you take for a long expedition, you would generally leave at your base camp and then set off with a much lighter pack on an area where once it starts getting too steep for sleds and dogs and things like that.
Can I see how long it's been since the people were here?
Maybe a week, roughly.
Oof.
Now these dogs looks like they've there's a few crates on the overturned dog sled that these dogs are chained to. One of them is empty, and it looks like the dogs managed to bite or claw their way into it and ate the provisions that were inside.
At least they've been eating. That's good.
The other crate, teasingly, has been just out of reach of the dogs, and they couldn't get at them. But in that crate, there's human rations, probably enough to feed 4 people for 3 days, so 12 days of rations.
Threads would like to take some. She only has 2 rations left.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Gosh, yeah.
So if you want to spread that around the party, there's enough for... There's 6...
Sharpie's okay. He restocked it.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Elros has more than enough rations for the moment, so.
Yeah, Threads, take them all if you need, or share it with whoever.
Ooh, speaking of food, can we have a 5-minute break?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because we're only going to go for the 40 minutes, an hour or so. So yeah, let's do a coffee break. That'd be good.
Good.
All right. Okay.
Wait until Ash gets to level 5. She can bring you back.
Okay, I've just switched record, so we're back, and we can kick on if you like. There's still an hour or so for us if people have got it in them. But over the course of that night, you camp out and no other encounters, so you're able to get your spells back for those who use them. I don't think anyone got injured in that, apart from poor Dawn. And next day, you hitch up the dogs. There's 2 dogs to 1 sled, so you've got 4 dogs there. And Sharpie can saddle up, mount up the axe beak. Oh, hang on, maybe you're not. I forgot about this, because you're in the base camp. And from here on, it's going to be quite difficult going. You're actually mountain climbing from here on, so you might need to leave the dogs here.
Do we need any special climbing, equipment to go climbing in a mountain? Do we need ice picks or harnesses or anything? Would we know?
You're not sure.
Okay.
But you do have 2 sets of
we do have two
climbing
climbers kits.
Yeah.
2 climbers kits plus over 100 and something feet of rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Among the party, so.
Okay. YOLO. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So everyone heads off. The dogs are. There's poor dogs you've just rescued. You then have to leave them there. But now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there was 5 dogs there. You've brought 4 with you, so there's now 9 dogs and an axbeak. Sharpie, I think you're looking at this. A size large creature might struggle.
Yeah, they don't look like mountain climbing creatures.
No. A size large creature that can climb is a different thing, but the axbeaks are not really agile in that way. Right, so, but it's not like you're not expecting to be away for days. It would be less than a day to get up and back. You could strike for the summit from here. That's the thing with the base camp. You get a camp close enough to the summit that you can do it in a day, get up and down.
No.
Okay. It might be good now if you guys just got yourselves into a marching order so that I know I can put the big chook away. And Dawn, I assume, is on Threads' shoulders. So do you want to arrange yourselves into a marching order for the trek up the mountain?
Yeah, Nina will stay somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Who's at the front?
Wait.
I'll be the front. I have a climbing gear.
Yeah, okay.
I'm secondary tank, I guess. I'll be in the front. Slash mid.
I'll be up at the back with Sharpie.
So I'm doing some shuffling around here. So I've got.
Can someone grab the second climber's kit? Nina can't carry anymore.
I can't carry anymore either.
Well,
But you've all got.
Ross, Ash.
You've all got good. You've all got good personalities.
on that note, Elros will be at the front with the other climber's kit.
Oh, nice. Good man. Thank you.
Okay, so are we putting Elros second behind?
Yeah.
Jacques? Okay. All right, so I've got a marching order.
And
Jacques, then Elros, and then Threads and Ash, and then Nina and Sharpie coming up the rear, and Dawn is on Threads' shoulder. Okay. You make pretty good going early on, and you find some areas where it's quite steep. It's mostly rocky, but there's areas of big snowbanks every now and then that you have to cross over. The wind starts to pick up the higher you go, until eventually it's like a howling wind, blowing snow. There's quite slippery ice you're finding, although not so much at this stage that there's any incidents where people have to do specific checks or anything like that. But it's slow going, and definitely areas where you're needing to make use of your ropes to give yourself something to hang on to. Ahead of you, you can see 4 mountain goats perched on a large rock formation, and they're looking at you.
Nina wants to put her hand on Thread's shoulder. She'd be like,
No!
just chill. They're not looking at you, okay? They're just looking.
how can we be sure they're not?
4 ice storms simultaneously would be unfortunate at this on the side of a mountain.
If all 4 drills, yeah.
Yeah!
As you approach.
Yeah, Thread is kind of twitchy.
Yeah. Okay. As you approach a bit closer, they bleat in your direction, and then a couple of them start to move off.
See, not suspicious at all. Just let it go. Okay.
Okay. You carry on. Probably about 20 minutes later, I'll move you to another map. You're now hundreds of feet up the mountain, and you're crossing an area where it's a little bit difficult to see what trail they would have. What do you call it? most natural climbing route. You can see probably on the other side there's an outcropping that looks like it's a bit protected and gives you a way up to come around the side of the mountain. But there's areas of expanses of not glacier but expanses of packed snow. And when you're crossing over one of these, you hear something, and you hear this loud crack from higher up the mountain, followed by a rumbling noise. And looking up, you can see the side of the mountain is starting to slide down towards you. An avalanche.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Brett, mountain expert. Help us.
What do we do?
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on to what?
Can I find like a big rock to cover?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me I'll move you onto my avalanche map. And,
Oh, very fancy.
yeah, and where was your tents? It was here, wasn't it? This is where you were in your marching order. I lost our marching order somehow. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Great.
That's right.
Yeah, that's correct. March on over there.
Okay, so I'll grab that copy. Dun dun dun.
Oh, there's dogs here. So cute. Look, Brett.
I don't think there's any cover here.
Okay.
Is there anything, any mountain like jutting out that we could like shelter under? If that
Barrow
makes
as
sense? Like an
deeply into the
overhang?
snow as possible. I think it's Sharpie's option.
I don't know if you want to be buried by 3 feet deep of snow.
Okay.
Better being swept on the side of the mountain by 3 feet of snow.
You find yourselves in the path of a massive avalanche. It's easily 200 feet wide. I'll sort of show you the sort of... That's a bit odd. Let's see. One grid square.
Oh,
No, why is it in miles?
I'm just changing that. One square on there should be 30 feet.
Yeah.
Because then your normal movement rate is 1 square, and things like whether you move 25 or 30 is not really relevant in here.
Damn.
Okay. So you find yourselves in the path of an avalanche. There's this huge rumbling above you. Assume that the rearmost party members... Yeah, so it's coming directly down towards... in this direction. Let's see, I'll draw it for you. Oop. Oh, that'll do. That's just like an arrow. Oops, no it's not. Oh, painful. That's better. A bit hard to see exactly how wide it is. Looks like the whole side of the mountain's sliding off. Maybe about 200 foot wide or so. Let's see, I'll do a measurement on here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's coming down in this direction. This is a 30 foot, so everyone's pretty much in the same square. So what I'm going to do is I'll move you guys down a little bit. And only if you decide to sort of separate will I sort of put you on in relation to each other. You guys are sort of here in that 30 foot square. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So I'll have initiative. Let's see. I'll just clear the decks.
Can we outrun it? Oh my god.
Once
It's an
Do you have any
avalanche.
idea how many rounds it'll be before it hits us?
The DM's is gonna be like, you can run, but then you're all gonna die still regardless.
It's about 500 feet above you.
500 feet. Okay.
So I'll
But the speed of avalanches, yeah, no. We can't outrun that.
yeah, so it's up here.
Are we mountain right now, or are we kind of walking?
Walking.
Walking, okay. Are we far away from the ledge? Because we just climbed up a ledge, like a wall, right?
Oh, over the course of the morning, you've been in all different kinds of terrains. So there's times when you're walking on what is a clear pathway. Other times you're rock hopping over stuff, crossing over crevasses, and at this point you're crossing over a vast swathe of just clear, pristine snow.
And there's no like ledge or anything.
No
around
rocks,
it?
no rocks poking out here.
Okay.
Okay,
So the avalanche is really wide. Is it super wide? There's no way. There's no way for us to go around
it's
it.
only about 200 feet wide.
Ah, so we can. Oh, so that rectangle box is the width of the avalanche that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's go around.
So it's like
Oh.
it's more like that shape. So
Okay.
so that's the width, but it's like a slab of snow that slides off and then collects all the snow in front of it as it goes. Okay, so I'll put us all in our order. Descending. Elros, you're first to decide what you want to do.
At this stage, Elros will just be trying to drive in some pittance as quickly as possible to the hardest rock face.
Yep. Okay, so
Yeah, right.
there's not rock, but if you've got something, a long sword, ideally an ice pick, you can stab it into the snow and either grab on or put your hand in the loophole at the end.
I do have a dagger
Yep. Okay.
that I can
You can try that.
use. So
Okay, so you're in that square at the end of this, and you lay prone and stab your dagger in and hang on for grim death.
yeah,
Threads.
but basically,
Falls, everyone dies.
Threads, what do you want to do?
So, like, if I just move like over here, will it just not hit me?
Yeah, so your normal movement rate will move you 1 square. 1 square is 30 foot on this map.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, that's the part I missed, obviously.
if you misty step on this little space here, you'll be not even out the edge of it yet.
Yeah,
Go
so
the other
I
way.
was like, why aren't we just
Go
moving
the
away?
other way. Go to the left. Don't go to the right.
the way that you're going,
Oh my god, I missed that.
yeah, the way you're going is in that direction,
Oh, okay, yeah,
to the right. So Jackus is in the lead, if you recall.
okay.
So do you want to do a dash and a misty step? Is that what the plan is for Threads?
Jump through.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I just looked at that. I have the jump thing.
Oh yeah, the ring of jumping. So but it's not going to really help you in this because there's nothing that you really need to jump over. But you go one move, 30 foot. You can still jump, but it's not added to your movement. It's instead of your movement, is what I'm getting at. So there's a dash, and you've still got a bonus action if you want to misty step further to the right.
Wait, am I not just moving forward like this way?
Oh yeah, where everyone is down the bottom here is just to show where they are in relation to each other, but everyone is in this square here.
Oh, okay, so sorry. I thought I was listening.
That's all right. It's a good-
I'm just gonna 90. 60 foot, 30 foot of movement, dash, and then 30 foot phase step.
Okay, so
Away.
your face step will get you another square away. So you're now 90 foot away from Zach and the rest of the party at that point. And what about Dawn? She's pretty much avalanche immune.
Dawn gets
me up, pick me up.
30, 60.
Pick me up, Dawn.
Yeah, she can try, but you're probably just gonna get like ripped shoulders from her
No.
talons.
I'm
What's-
okay with that.
What's her dash?
Sure, is that her dash is?
What's her movement speed times
Can
2?
she 60 times?
120.
Can she try to pick up Sharpie?
Oh, she can't pick up anybody in the party. Then that need to be at least tiny.
Okay, she just flies away, dashes away.
Okay. So there's 30, 60, 90, 120. There's a dash there. Sharpie.
Yep, that's me.
Alright, I'm going to run in the other direction because there's no way I'm making the other one with my bonus action dash.
Ooh,
So
okay. So I'm going to put you 3 squares then. I know you're 25, but for the purposes of this, it's
I'll still should hopefully make it out of that range.
yeah.
Yep, that's sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just would have made it.
Jackus, where are you?
I'll be running right behind Threads using my dash.
Okay, so you dash and you're going to make it 2 squares.
Yeah.
Nina?
If you go diagonally, like instead of going that way, if I go that way, is that still 30 feet or
Yeah.
is that gonna?
Yeah, that's fine.
So if I go, this is 30 feet. Okay. Nina wants to use this. This is more DM ruling. I'll
Okay.
leave it to you.
You sure?
I'll link it. Oh, so with my mobile flourish, I can use my action that adds 10 feet to my normal movement. And then if I
Right.
hit something, I can move up to a further 40 feet
Yeah.
next to it.
I
Can
have.
I aim at? Can I
have-
aim at something?
I have decided this. I was thinking about it when I was
Oh,
doing it.
okay.
So you need to have a take the attack action.
Yep.
And
And I can't attack it.
You
the
can't
ground.
just no. No,
What's
so
still?
so-
Okay. Can
so
I
it's-
attack Sharpie?
this is your
I can
Inigo
take it.
Inigo Montoya, where you're doing sword fighting, and as your theatrical dance of melee, you need to be in melee basically. And just saying I'm going to attack and then not attacking is not enough either.
Oh, so I can't throw like a dart and then use that as an attack?
Oh, I'm not sure. We'd have to go and have a look and see if it was melee or not. But if you take the attack action, you can't dash. So dash is still going to be faster for you anyway.
Ah, okay. So can't use range to attack. Okay, I'll just dash sideways like this, and that's it.
Okay. So that's from there. 1, 2. Yep. So you would have been on this square here. So are you going to go diagonal 1, 2 down there? Sort of thing?
I'm going down and sideways.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this, if we pan up to this horrible thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so the thunderous this whole slab of ice comes thundering down on initiative 10. Mina, that was you. Ash, now you get to go. You're actually in this square here.
So everyone has been dashing, yes, essentially.
Yes, yeah. And some have got other ways to increase their speeds, which is why they're a bit offset.
I shall dash as well.
Okay. In which direction?
And then following the crowd.
We split.
Okay.
Oh. I will-
Sharpie went backwards, and Nina went diagonally backwards, and the rest of the group's gone forwards. And
Elros is staying put.
almost is staying put. And Dawn
Yeah.
took to the skies, and almost like the party just exploded.
No better way of describing that.
Am I 30 feet? If I was like back in my position, would I be in 30 feet of Sharpie? If I ran 30 feet diagonally towards the
Yes,
crowd?
no, if you ran towards Sharpie in this direction, to the rear of the party, you would be within 30 feet of him. Just.
No, geez. Because each square is 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Can I get between Nina and Elros and be in 30 feet of each of them?
Yes, you can.
But not with like my full movement, but like I'll move here, and then are they now 60 feet away?
That's right.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. I'll move here, and I will cast aid on Nina, Elros, and myself
Okay.
as a bonus action.
All right. The blue dot is the aid. So you've got an extra 5 hit points.
Oh, sorry. Aid is an action. Oh.
You can do that. You've only
Is
walked
there
30
no-
foot.
Oh, okay then. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'll do that.
That's fine.
Since we're at full health, does that make our full?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You go up by 5.
So that's 22
Adds
as well.
to your total. Yeah. Okay. On initiative count 0, it moves again and it slides through here. Let's see.
Oh shit.
It basically covers everyone
Except Sharpie.
except Dawn and Sharpie.
Sharpie's just watching this line of ice go past his nose, like,
Why does it move twice?
Oh, it's actually continuous throughout the whole round. But what happens is it moves 1,000 feet around. So to give people a bit of an interplay of whether you can be quick on your feet or not, I do half of its movement on 10 and the other half on 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so this wall, 30 foot tall of rumbling snow, a wave of it washes across you. And this is small-ish for a regular avalanche. Knocks you all prone, and everyone in the path needs to do a DC's 15 strength saving throw.
Strength. What?
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Might as well just die now.
Plus, we are now
Oh, wow.
we're also now covered.
Yeah. So what happens is you'll find as you're caught up in this, it's more like being hit by a wave rather than a wall. So the damage isn't. Yeah.
God blessed us. I was like, who's
Yes.
most likely to do it?
Fred's punch as avalanche for 2 points.
Okay. Everyone failing take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. 2 if you pass.
Not
And
bad,
you're-
not bad, not bad.
And you're caught up in this wall of ice, prone, incapacitated currently, as it continues rumbling on down the mountain. Let's see. Okay, that's the end of the round. I'm going to move on. Ash. Elros. What do you want to do?
I'll try and get out of it, I
Yeah,
guess.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you when there's an opportunity to do that. But you're sort of fighting your way. Can you just do a strength saving throw for me? You can use athletics if you've got it. Okay.
I'm not a strengthy boy, all right?
Threads.
So we're covered in snow and ice.
Yes. And you're now tumbling as
I
if
try
you've
to
ever
get up.
been dumped by a wave. It's like that, but it's snow.
So I try to get up and stop it.
What?
All right, do your strength saving. Do your strength saving throw. Okay, 11, and I think Elros got an 8. Okay, Sharpie, you've seen everyone just get swept away. Now it's just you and Dawn in the party. What do you want to do?
This avalanche is still just rushing past my face, right? So it's not like I can go walk back on it.
No, that's right.
So basically, it's just taking a few more steps back, but waiting for this thing to go past so it can start digging people out.
Okay, so just move sort of 30 foot back. Is that?
Yeah, basically.
Just
Yeah.
to safety.
As long as that seems, whatever seems safe.
Jackus.
Oh. Try to dig my way out of it.
Yeah, do your strength saving throw.
I can do athletics, right? You said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. You. This is probably more for Sharpie. Sharpie, as you see this rumbling wave of snow go past, further down the hill, probably about 200 feet away from you at this point, you see Drakus's torso come flipping up out of the snow for a moment, and he takes a breath before he gets plunged back into the dishwasher.
Oh shit. Alright.
Nina.
Nina hates the cold. She's tumbling with an avalanche right now.
Yes.
Is that how it is?
Yeah.
She's just gonna curl up in the ball and she's gonna use prestidigitation to keep herself warm
Okay.
wherever she can, and she's just rolling with the avalanche, just praying.
Okay. All right. Jacos, with your athletics roll, you do get a glimpse. For a moment there, you manage to get your head above the snow before being sucked in, so you get an idea of where you are. You're sort of down in here somewhere. No one else is sure where they are exactly. Okay.
Okay, and the avalanche is still going on.
It's still going, yeah. Everyone needs to do a what was it again?
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Okay, this.
Can we do athletics, or is it just straight
No,
strength?
this is more for the bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Oh yay!
All right.
Ash.
So Ash takes
You did
4.
it.
Ash takes 4 damage. Everyone else takes 8.
Yeah.
And Ash, it's then your turn.
Can I see anyone around me?
No, you are blinded.
No, blinded and restrained.
Okay. So the only thing is to make an action to break the restraint. Is that it?
Oh, that's what people have been trying to do, but
Okay, I will try to break free. Yep.
okay. Can you do your strength?
I make an
Yeah, athletics one.
$12.
No, you don't manage to break out of the blinded condition or the restraint of the thing. Okay, can everyone do another dexterity saving throw, strength saving throw for me?
Everyone?
Yes, please.
Everyone except Sharpie, because he's...
Everyone except Sharpie. Yep.
Because he's very strong.
Yes.
Can I bonus action healing word myself? Because I only need verbal.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Ooh, jolly good. Well, actually, no, I don't. I mean, sure, I will. Yeah, you never know. The damage seems to be ramping up.
Okay. Everyone takes 2 damage, or 1 if you saved. Okay. You finally come to a stop. Sharpie, you see the snow. There's this churned snow in front of you in a path going 400 foot or so down the mountain, and you can't see
Start
anything.
running down.
Okay. Everybody else. So Elros, you're up first. You are blinded and restrained.
Yeah. Well, I'll try and get out as well, like feel my way out.
Yeah.
If I can.
Can you do a DC 15 strength athletics check?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Okay. So you're struggling to claw your way out of this snow, but haven't.
By the way, that's 2 failures.
Oh, those other ones were more for just trying to take a breath while you're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
While going down.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1 failure.
So what I'm doing here is on the red. You can see I've got a 1 on it. So the red is marking your fails, and the green is marking your successes, which is none at this stage. Okay, threads.
Using my survival knowledge, I would like to I feel like she'd be able to tell that which way is up.
Yes.
I don't know, by her just like general
Yep, you've got
knowledge.
You've got an idea
And
of up.
Yeah, hopefully. And she would like to use her dagger to
Okay.
kind of dig her way out.
Okay. Can you roll a athletics check, please? Okay.
14.
All right. So you're not making much headway. There's a little bit of room as you wriggle around in this powdery light snow, but there's tons of snow above you. You don't know how much. This is like Kill Bill, if anyone remembers that. You got to get your 1-inch punch happening. Sharpie. So I described.
He's just basically running down towards the where he thinks they might be.
So you can go
where Jackus was and then down.
You can go 3 squares, 1, 2, 3, with your bonus action. So I'll just move you 3 squares a turn.
Yep.
Okay. Jackus.
I'll try to dig out, but also can I use my javelin just to point it out?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Just so there's a marker.
So what I'll do is you could do one of 2 things. You can either try and drive your javelin up out of the snow to sort of mark your location. It sounds like that was if that's the idea, or you could try and free yourself with a athletics check.
What happens if is there a pro or con to any of those?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
You've never been in an avalanche before, so this is a new experience.
I'll just try to break out of it.
Okay, do your athletics muscle grow. Okay, so you find you're definitely making headway, and you're starting to make yourself some breathing space, and also making your space upwards.
All right.
Nina.
Nina, feeling that the avalanche has stopped, she's gonna also try and dig out, but she'll use her cantrip to kind of help her warm up, like, help her dig faster or better by warming up the area around her.
Okay, can you do a athletics check for me? No. Okay, so it looks like the cantrip helps somewhat, but the snow's not budging for you.
Shame.
Okay, Ash.
Do I have any sense of the people struggling around me?
No, you
Like-
can't. You can't hear or sense anybody else around you.
Well, I'm blinded, but not deaf. Like, if there's people rumbling in the snow, potentially.
Yeah,
You can-
yeah, possibly, but not immediately adjacent to you enough to hear.
What are those death saves they're rolling? Or is it just failures in
No,
the
this
ice?
is. I'm just. You need to get a certain number of successes before you can bust out. That's all.
Oh, I see. Okay. I was panicking. I was like, oh god, we're just making death saves.
No, these aren't death saves.
Okay, I shall try to bust out, I suppose.
Okay, athletics. Oh. You guys. Okay, an 8. So we had a 4 and an 8 and a 14 and a 10.
Spellcasters are not great at
Yeah. Okay, Elros.
Yeah, well, let's try another one
Okay, where you
to
go?
get me out.
Yep.
Oh, yay! 15.
Cool. Okay. So you start to make headway. Threads. Threads.
She did.
I don't know.
She died in the avalanche.
Hey. Okay, so Threads is muscling her way out too. Okay. Starting to make a headway. Sharpie, 3 more. You get to the edge of the... Like, while you're on the main slab of the avalanche, all behind you is also, powder snow as well.
And can I see any sign of where these guys might be?
With an investigation.
13.
Okay. You can do an investigation and I'll mark it on your map, but you can do an investigation sort of 30 feet around you.
I can't see anyone close by, so I'm still running down. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm getting at is you're confident that this area here, this area here around you doesn't have anyone. Well, you're not confident, but you can't sense anyone trying to dig their way up or anything.
Yep.
So
No worries.
And where the figures are that you can see on the map, I haven't actually shown their landing spot yet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, everyone got tumble dried. Jacques.
Yeah, okay, so I think now that I've wiggled a bit, I'll try to mark my location with my javelin.
Okay, roll in athletics. Okay, so Sharpie, you see a javelin come poking up out of the snow down here.
All right, and that's where he is. That token is where he is.
Yeah. So that's where the javelin comes poking up out of the snow. And
Cool.
You can see it.
No worries.
You can see it sort of wriggling around, moving around. Nina.
Nina's getting really desperate. She's gonna do the same thing. Use her cantrip and try and dig herself out.
Okay, can you roll your athletics? Ooh, one success with a 19. So you're confident that you're starting to make headway, clawing your way up. Ash.
We are still restrained unless we escape, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just have to make a check then.
You're fairly confident that you can. No go? Okay. Alright, 2. Okay, so with a 13, you don't make much headway. Zach, Elros.
Quick question.
Yeah.
With my last athletics check, would I have made enough space for me to do somatic components, or
Yes, yeah, you've got enough space to do somatic components.
cool? I'm going to cast a scorching ray to try and melt the snow.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
Yep.
So yeah,
Just roll your damage.
just damage, yeah, because it will hit automatically.
Yeah.
Like a scorching ray at the iceness.
So total damage that I rolled on D&D Beyond is 16.
Okay. So the scorching ray does like a thin line of like it's not going to melt a whole area of snow, but it shoots like a ray through the snow. And with the third one, Sharpie, you see this line of fire shooting up in the sky, up here. And you see this little ray of sunlight, Elros.
He's all the way up there.
Keep in mind, I was already prone and holding a dagger,
Yeah.
and that thing just went straight over the top of me.
Okay. Threads.
Would it be reasonable to say that Dawn would be looking for me at this point?
Oh yeah. Yep. I'll assume Dawn is sort of circling around, looking. You can do an investigation check for Dawn.
Not just perception. No. Okay. Investigation. Is investigation? Oh, it's an intelligence. Okay.
Dawn not very smart.
No.
Oh no.
No, she's not. She's wise, but she's not smart.
Okay.
Turns out eagles aren't very good at thorough searching.
Yeah. I think when there's something to notice, she's more likely to like the javelin, seeing something. She might notice something. She's got eagle eyes.
Great.
And threads.
For my, yeah, I just continue to struggle.
Okay. Thrash about. 15. Okay, so that's another pass. So you've got 2 and 1 now. Oh, sorry, Sharpie. Yep. So what are you going to do? Continue your
So
investigation.
Sharpie is just basically moving down 2, so he's slowing down now,
Yes.
using his action to investigate.
Okay. I'm just going to move these guys out here for the moment.
Yep, sure.
Can you do your investigation for me?
Oof, apparently no, I can't.
No go?
9.
Okay. All right. So you've searched this area here. Oh, that should be purple, shouldn't it? Ah, what happened? That's better. Okay, so search that area there. Didn't find any people. Oh, Jacus.
Just continue to try and break myself out.
Okay, where you go? Athletics. Oh, 13. You find yourself struggling now, running out of puff.
Right, so my earlier 15 doesn't count as a success.
That was It's not a success for busting you out. It's a success for
Okay.
you've
Alright.
identified your location to any rescuers.
Alright. Okay. Gotcha.
Nina,
Same.
where you go?
Just getting more panicked.
Okay. Well, you're going great guns this time, and you push up with a little bit more. You're close to the surface. Ash.
I will make my save.
Okay. Athletics. Okay, so there's 3, and we'll move on to Elros.
So now that I can see daylight,
Yes.
could I? Would that be athletics with advantage now? Because I can actually see where I'm going.
Well, you know which way's up in any case.
Okay.
So I think similar to what Jacques just did with his javelin, you've indicated where you are, but you would still need to roll an athletics check. Just a straight
Surely
roll.
because there's no snow. There's like no snow ahead of where he's going. Surely it's easier going.
It means he can breathe. There's still a whole bunch of snow there.
Yeah.
He can breathe now. He can breathe now, and he's now could sit there for an hour rather than 5 minutes or so. But he's got a 15 in any case.
So that's another save.
Yes. So you're scrabbling your way out. Threads.
Athletics check.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, and do you want to roll another investigation for Dawn?
Yeah. Thread would like to call out in case that would help in any way.
Yep.
To Dawn.
Yep. Dawn can do a perception. She's in the right vicinity.
Oh, good dog. Good job.
Okay. So Dawn, Sharpie, you see Dawn come over and sort of land here and start sort of flapping her wings and, then flying back up in the air and then jumping back down and so on, making a bit of a fuss.
Yep.
So you're fairly confident that there's someone under there. And we move
Okay,
on.
that's my turn.
Sharpie, it's you.
I am going to run over and start digging Dawn out.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3 will get you to the. It'll need to be a dash and your bonus action to get to her square.
To get there, yep.
Yep. So, but you're now right over the spot where Dawn sort of hops off to one side and watches you anxiously.
Mm-hmm.
Jacques.
Athletics check again.
Okay. Yeah.
Hold on.
$20. Okay. You see Jacques burst out like a
Yeah.
alien bursting out of a chest, and with a roar, he bursts out and you free yourself, Jacques.
Oh, nice. Finally. But that's all my action and movement.
That's your action. You can still move now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where I'm going yet, so I'll just hold for now.
Okay. Nina.
Nina started to cry, getting bad memories. She doesn't want to die in the cold. She's gonna start yelling, start crying, and she's still gonna be trying to dig herself out.
Freaking out.
Yeah.
Can I hear her by any chance?
Claustrophobia. Oh!
Nina.
Okay.
She is not taking it well.
Okay. Okay. Ash.
Action, I will cast a verbal-only spell,
Okay.
Thaumaturgy. It creates harmless tremors for 1 minute,
Ooh.
and I want to create my location is the epicenter of
Yeah,
these
okay.
tremors.
So try and give your signal away. Okay, Jacques, at that point, I'll give you a perception roll.
Okay.
Perception
With
check.
advantage,
Perception check.
normal.
No advantage. It's just there's something to perceive now. Okay. The other thing is probably threads. Can you roll one for Dawn as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So no one notices your tremors, your poor tremors. One more. Sorry. Maybe it won't matter, but Nina, can you roll a perception roll in your little
bonus.
in your icy tomb?
So a perception?
Yeah.
Oh,
How
okay.
about Sharpie? Can Sharpie roll one also?
Nice.
Well, the other two are out and not do. Oh yeah. Oh, I suppose Sharpie might feel it.
Are we two
Yeah.
buddies?
Okay.
Ash?
So Sharpie, you feel tremors from down in this area.
Yep. Kind of busy, but we'll get there.
I know. Yeah. Okay. And Nina, you feel some tremors off to one side of you. I won't say exactly where because people can't see where you are. But that was Ash. So you've cast your spell. Elros. Oh. Okay. Frustrating.
Yeah. That's not fun.
It's not. Threads. What have you got? You've got 2 and
Can I
2.
keep struggling?
Yeah, you can. Here it comes. Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, so threads, you also find yourself trapped. You've thrashed around as much as you can, and you find that it's almost as if your movements is packing the snow harder, and you're thoroughly exhausted. Ash and Nina, you're finding yourselves in a similar state. Sharpie, what do you want to do? You're digging through for.
Sharpie is, he's whipping out the shovel and digging.
Okay. All right. So you manage to dig your way through, and eventually free threads. It's going to take you
Basically,
a while to do it, but yep. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to get her a breathing hole. I don't care if I excavate her completely.
Okay.
So as long as I can get someone to breathe, and then I'll move.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's going to take you probably a minute to actually dig her out, but okay. So she's now got a breathing hole, and where are you moving to?
We're roughly in the direction of tremors, and then I'll look next round for where I can dig.
All right. Okay. Jacques, you're free and loose.
Yeah, I'll ask Sharpie if he knows anywhere where our friends are.
He kind of just waves the snow in front of him,
Yeah.
Alright,
somewhere
I'll
there.
move-
Not sure. Just look.
I'll move here. I'll use my dash.
Yep. 1 and 2. Yeah, that gets you there.
And can I do it? What? Check? Is that a check?
Yeah. Who's under you? Ash. Yeah, you can do a. You've done a perception, haven't you, for the tremor?
But it's 1 minute, right? The tremor thing.
Yeah, it's 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh, it's a
Jesus
minute. Oh,
Christ.
so it's still going off. Oh, yeah, you can do a perception.
So okay.
No, you don't sense. You can't tell.
Even if I'm right under.
Yeah, you might be able to feel that there's a tremor going on, but not locate exactly where to dig.
Okay.
Nina.
Crying,
Yes.
screaming, trying to get out.
Okay. Rather than going round. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Where are you, Ash? Oh yeah. Zach, can you do another roll for me?
What do you want?
Oh, your athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
One way or the
That's
other?
not happening.
Okay. All right. So what we have here is we're now, rather than going round by round, we're going minute by minute. So in the immediate rounds after an avalanche, you can possibly free yourselves or free others. You free yourselves. Eventually, it sort of sets in, and you're either completely exhausted from trying to dig, even though you're quite, restrained, which is pretty difficult, and you're now sort of entombed. But Jackus and Sharpie, you're confident that you know where 3 of the characters are, and it's just going to take you a minute to dig them out.
So again, it's just digging their hole for whoever's roughly where Jackus is, and
Yes.
then trying to find Nina.
Yeah, okay. So can you both roll perception checks for Nina?
With advantage?
No, not with
Oh, no.
advantage. Well, it's just 2 checks anyway, so. All right.
17.
Yep. Okay. So you spot Nina, and she's just behind Ash, off to one side. You're pretty confident.
Alright, go dig her an air hole as well.
Okay. You do that, and now you've both got air holes, and now it's a matter of trying to dig the trapped characters out.
Since I made myself an air hole,
Yeah.
could
Sharpie's
I
going to go up and dig him one as well.
Yeah.
could I just keep throwing firebolts
Yeah. You can.
just to try and get that ice or the snow melted quicker, so it's
Sure.
easier.
Yep. Okay. So eventually you'll be freeing yourself. You're finding the firebolts don't, like, they do 5 points of fire damage. But it's like even explosions don't immediately melt ice. Even really, petrol explosions don't immediately melt it. It's just not the way that explosive fire works. You more need sort of sustained. It's easier to break ice apart than to melt it. But you've got a way to do it
Yeah.
without having to swing a hammer or anything like that. So you can do it while you're prone and incapacitated.
Yeah.
So eventually you're confident you'll break yourself out.
Yeah, even without athletics checks.
Yeah, that's right. You're not needing the athletic checks either. So the only things, so Jackus and Sharpie, you now know where 3 characters are, or where all the characters are. I'm just moving you off to one side here. So you can start to actually dig people out.
I'm gonna use my hand.
Yeah.
Thanks.
During that time, yeah, no, that's fine. So a minute later, you free Ash, and Jackus, you free Nina at the same time.
Zah.
You're both out on the surface now.
Now time to see the others.
Yeah. And then it's only one round to get to Threads, and you can free her a minute later. And then it's trying to get up to Zach and free him, which Zach, you're breathing and you're not affected by the cold, so you don't suffer the exhaustion that comes with being trapped under snow for prolonged periods. It's possible for people to be trapped.
Plus, it's slowly getting bigger, the hole I'm in.
Okay, so eventually the whole
You're doing
party,
fine. We'll just leave you there.
Eventually the whole party is out of the avalanche and taking a breather on the side of the fresh snow. And you've survived an avalanche and know how they work. Any healing or any other things you want to do for now, or is it just crack on?
Elros and Threads potentially.
Oh yeah, there's a
Yes,
bit of,
please.
there's a bit of damage, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, so do whatever healing you're planning.
Pathetic. I'll give 5 to Threads.
Okay.
Thank you.
11 to Elros.
Oh, sweet. Plus 3 more.
Nina, who did you heal?
Myself. Nina's shell shocked. Yes, she only has self-preservation
Yeah.
on her mind at the moment.
Fair enough.
Does anyone else need healing?
You, Jacqueline?
Jack was okay.
Well, I'm good if we're not gonna be in battle. I'm okay for now. I can do myself anytime soon.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm really glad I carried the shovel all the way up here.
Yeah, thank you, Shuffy.
You carry on after doing some healing.
Better preparation.
Finally make your way off this expanse of soft snow and back into the jagged rocks. You reach a steep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks, and there, lying face down in the snow, is a humanoid.
This is
Is
this
it
is away
dead?
from the avalanche, right? Just a totally different area.
A totally different area.
Okay. Go threads. Yeah.
Is it dead? Is it dead?
Yep. You go over to approach, and there's a slight movement in the chest, so you can tell that he's breathing, but he's laying face down with his head turned on one side. Looks like he's taken a lot of battering. There's a few cuts and things, but is almost completely covered in cold weather gear.
Is he just barely alive, or?
Can
You're
we
going
check it?
over and flipping over and giving him an examination. Okay, so he looks like he's just barely alive, so a few hit points in that way, but he's also suffering from exhaustion, so he's probably been laying out here prone. Part of the damage that he's taken is he's got claw marks on him, so there's tears on his cold weather clothing, but he sort of comes around and regains consciousness. A rugged, bearded man in his prime.
I shall use Channel Divinity to heal 15 hit points to him, or half his maximum,
Oh,
whichever
wow.
is lower.
Okay, you hear the popping and cracking of bones re-knitting and popping back into their joints. And
Does this guy match the description of any of the people we were looking for?
Yeah, he matches the description of one of the party members.
Is he a Goliath, tiefling, or halfling?
Human.
Oh,
Is he match the husband?
Yeah.
He's more like a guide, like a Sherpa.
Right, yeah.
Yep. He says, "Oh,
Does he
thank
match the description of the husband?
description of what? Sorry."
The husband?
Yes. Yeah, he matches the description of the husband.
Great.
He says, "Oh, thank you. I've been sorely wounded and stuck here for days. Have you got any food and water?"
Sharpie
Yes,
hand.
yes, of course.
Oh, so he gets some beef jerky or whatever it is, biscuit or whatever it is that you're offering, and he sort of sits up, and says, "Oh my God, that healing magic is incredible." And he says, "Yeah, I was leading this group of adventurers up on an expedition to the summit, and we got surprised by a yeti." And he sort of eyes off Jackus and says, "Oh, it looks like you've encountered the same before. but it surprised the group and higher up the mountain, and they were exposed because they were in climbing positions. He says he lured it away. I lured it away, and it chased me down the mountain, wounding me seriously. But I managed to escape it with my life, but not without taking some significant, some big falls.
How many Yetis were there?
How many? What? Sorry, Yetis.
How many Yetis? Yeah.
One Yeti that he
Okay.
that he saw.
You-
They don't really hunt in packs or anything. They're usually solitary, or as a family group if they're rearing.
So the adventurers are still out there.
Yes, they're further up the mountain. A halfling, a Goliath, and a tiefling.
Well, I got to deliver a package to those. So, any chance you can show us the way?
He sort of he sort of stretches his arms and opens his hands a couple of times, and you can tell that he just didn't think that he could, but it's just more having been in the mindset of being injured for so long and not realising that he's actually fine given that healing. He's still got a fair bit of damage. Let's see. Oh no, you're pretty confident, Ash, that you've healed all of his wounds, apart from the exhaustion. So he says, he's been laying there I've been laying here a long time, but I'm more than happy to come along with you and try to rescue the others if we can find them.
Stay in the middle of the pack. Just point us the way.
Okay.
It's like, praise Selune for this minor miracle.
Yes. Okay, so you continue on up the climb, and Jacques, can you do a survival roll for me?
Alright. Survival.
Okay. You think you see some animal tracks, but you can't identify what they are.
Alright. Keep going forward.
Yep, carry on. Okay. You get to a point, you're really high up the mountain at this point, where you're needing to zigzag your way up the mountain, clinging to quite narrow ledges, scaling icy cliffs. And the party's going to need to start. I haven't been doing checks for climbing or anything like that at this stage. This is a group check, and what we need is half of you to pass a DC strength 10 athletics. It's okay.
No acrobatics on this one?
No, this is more of a pure cling to the side. So,
Sharpie is probably going to wait here then.
Do the ones with climbing gear get any advantage on this?
what it is people can fail this and still be supported by their peers.
Oh my god, but look at all the fails.
Oh, let's have a look.
Oh, it's a split.
Ah, yeah, okay. All right. So what this means when the party fails a group check, is it just means you continue, but you don't make much progress. You get to a point where you get stuck. Someone freaks out, and you have to backtrack a little bit and find a different way around. And you, over the course of an hour, you make no progress. The other thing is Ash, Threads, and Nina. You would gain no, Nina, you're okay. Hang on.
No, Elros. Ash.
Elros.
Elros.
Right, I missed Elros there. You did different sort of layout. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Sharpie, you're staying put or not, or going with the others?
He just disconnected. Hang on, give him a moment.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so of the people who failed, because of the continued strenuous activity, you also gain a point of exhaustion. So what can we use for exhaustion? Let's use, I don't know.
Are we already exhausted from trying to dig ourselves out of the snow?
No, not at all.
If you are using D&D Beyond, just click on the conditions and press exhaustion, and it will show it up in the chat.
Is that for everyone who
Yeah.
failed? Okay.
Tina. And Elros, you've got a point too. Yep, cool. This is using the yellow for sickness helps me out a little as well. But Nina and Jackus are fine. So try and find another way around. Do you want to? You're going to carry on further up and try another party check?
Can threads help us? Because
No.
mountains are her shit.
Yeah.
God.
We need 3.
I don't have that, but can I take a look at the side of the mountain? Like, see any easier routes or anything?
You're actually, you're actually following the most natural route. It's just a difficult climb. Oh yeah, Elros has just reminded us, for those of you who do have exhaustion, it's disadvantage on the future checks. And you get rid of a level of exhaustion with a long rest. Let's have
And six levels of exhaustion is death.
You do think that can you roll a perception or investigation, your choice, threads, as far as you're looking around for some other way?
Is that disadvantage?
Yes. Okay. So you think you can see a series of caves not too far from where you are?
They look pretty easy to get to.
Yeah.
I think we can rest there.
Good idea. I point everybody in the general direction of the caves.
Once threads pointed out through the blowing snow. Remember, I probably haven't hammered this point home enough, but there's blowing snow in your face and howling wind all through this. So it's part of the difficulty is with this altitude.
Sorry, I was just kicked for a second. Have you guys moved up one level and climbed, or did you fail?
No, they tried, had to back away and come back down. 3 of them are exhausted from the attempt, and Threads has spotted some caves nearby, so we're just going over to check that out. Possibly as an area, as a rest or whatnot. So you approach a 15-foot wide cave mouth. I'm going to do an incredibly crude cave mouth. There you go, and it drops away, to the below. So you guys are walking up to it. From this distance, 20 foot away, downhill, you can clearly see blood on the snow.
Well, that's not good.
No rest after all, maybe.
No. Nina's gonna insist that we find shelter here. She's had we've had a long day, and if we have to fight for that cave because of the Yeti, let's fight. Let's go. She's
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm ready.
we need
Red
shelter.
flag.
Yeah, we need a rest.
Because
Rest is
ready.
done fighting.
I'm assuming it's getting close to nightfall during the day.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yep. You remember
Yeah.
you set out. Oh no, it's not close to nightfall. You've been travelling probably every 20 minutes or so between these encounters.
Oh, still, we can have a short rest,
Yeah. Yeah.
recover some abilities, and hit points.
Somebody want to go scout out that cave?
I'll have a look.
Okay.
Basically, I'll obviously be as stealthy as I can, but try and have a look through.
Okay. You hear this as you go, as you approach. So I'll just move you up. As you approach, you can hear this high-pitched growling sound.
Sound like a yeti?
Too high-pitched for that.
Baby yeti?
Oh,
Goblins?
Wolf.
I don't know. I'll go up and see if I can peek a look in.
Okay.
as you
I-
walk, Nina's
that's
going to
fine.
whisper to you, "You're the best rogue ever," and give you an inspiration point.
You hear a booming voice in your mind. Shh!
Okay. This white, very cute, long-armed, purple-faced Yeti tyke comes tumbling out of the cave entrance, throwing snow and just generally looking like it's playing in the snow. But when it gets to just at the cave entrance, it sort of stops, freezes in its flight, fright, or freeze, and sort of looks at you, and then takes a couple of steps backwards, wide-eyed into the mouth of the cave. Can you see the handout?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I do want to have just a peek into the cave, see
Okay.
if there's parents,
Okay.
as quietly as possible.
Yeah. Let's have a look. The cave looks inside to be about 20 foot tall, but most of the floor has fallen away such that it's really quite deep. Might be easier here if I move you to a new map.
Yeti type is so cute.
It is, yeah.
I don't like that.
I cannot even see it in here.
Yeah, I don't like that. If there's a Yeti tyke, there must be a Yeti.
Okay, found it. Okay, I'll just move you guys. So, how's this looking? Can you see?
Black screen.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, there I can see some.
That's better.
Okay. So if I mark up on your map here, Sorry, I've just hidden something. Two back. There we go. Can you see the base camp marking on here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the pathway going up?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's your mountain goats. The avalanche. And finally, well, not finally, there's your fallen climber, the guy that you rescued. The perilous climb, quite difficult, where some of you got exhausted. And you're now here at this cave. Okay. So, Sharpie, it's you. Can you see here?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll just move everyone else just to the cave entrance. Oh, can you not see anything?
I can.
Oh, you can. Okay, cool. What about the others?
No.
Okay, all right. So you're sort of outside the cave. It's dark inside. Sharpie's just sort of stepped inside. You can sort of see the back of him a bit lit up. And Sharpie, you move along. You can see there's a ledge here that just sort of drops away. Everyone else, I'm just moving you in onto the map here. How's that going for everyone? Working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you still see?
Yep.
Ah, great. Looks like I've got a version of your thing here, so we can see what's going on. Cool. So this little Yeti tyke sort of ducked in around this corner here, Sharpie. And you go over to here.
Just
That's the cave entrance.
just looking around the whole place, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's a chasm dropping away over here. It's probably 80 foot down. You can see this area where it just sort of drops away. You can see a few bones off to the side over here. If anyone else wants to move up behind him, they can, or to the cave entrance.
Yeah. Booming voice and Thread's mind's clear up to here. Large chasm, though.
Okay. I think what we should do before we get deep into it is it's just gone 11:55, so before we start rolling dice, we should pick up here next week.
I think that's a good place to leave.
Yeah. So you're now at the entrance,
alright.
the entrance of what looks like a Yeti lair, and you're exhausted and looking at finding a place to rest. So, with that, unless anyone, are you cool to close out here?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a perfect spot.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll save it here, and looking forward to catching up next week, November. All right.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay, see you next week. Good night, guys.
See you guys.
Thanks, folks. Bye.